Hello, one, hello, all, and welcome back to Doomed. Not so solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. As I have been these past few weeks, I am joined today by special guest star, the Crosshair.
Hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
Uh, uh, I saw the board and then I cried a little, but now I'm fine.
Well, the viewers have not yet, but they will. They're in for a fancy feast, a fancy treat, if you will.
Yeah.
It's always a good time. The quote that's just been pulled up here, Crosshair, reminds me of how much I enjoyed the Paynes Creek Killings. That was a really fun game. Also the Paul Prospero mystery. I don't know, maybe not the most iconic, but definitely like a lot of fun. And the one where we as a community happened to stumble upon Lamyra451, friend of the stream Lamyra, which was good times.
Yeah. Lammy.
So, if you're watching on the VOD, of course, jump down below. I've got a one of them time stampies to when we get into the action, just for you. I think I need to turn up the volume on the music a bit here. Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah, that's going to be fine. I'm always very nervous because when I upload the VODs, it's clear that either the music was too loud or too quiet, like, the whole day, you know?
Always.
We're fine, exactly. No big deal. So, folks, we'll do as we always do. We'll do a quick recap of where Dexter and Jenny are as they head into Scenario 6B, the City of the Elder Things in Betrayal at the Mountains of Madness. We'll recap a little bit where our story is at, talk a little bit about what we're hoping to do today, and a few other fun things. Let's do it. Let's jump right in. And this is the board. It might look a little familiar. We'll talk about that later. So far in our story of this campaign, I don't think it's a stretch, Crosshair, to say that this is the actioniest campaign we've had so far. Like the not the one with the most killing, you know, because I know which one that is, but the one with the most action.
Yeah, it's been a ride and a half, to say the least.
Yeah, that is super fair. Dexter and Jenny are accompanying Professor William Dyer down to Antarctica in order to try to stop an ancient race or species of beings from, I guess, destroying the world or being unleashed upon the world. To get there, they had to go on a trip with a Nazi science expedition. So there's also soldiers running around, which is, again, quite terrifying, but good times. Recently, they are hunting through to the City of the Elder Things, aka, I always forget, there's the fluid ones, and then there's the unchanging ones, the stagnant ones.
Stagnant.
Yeah. The Elder Things being the stagnant ones are where we're headed to. In order to get there, Dexter and Jenny are being guided by Atu, who is not a droid from Star Wars, but rather who is a changeling. One of the fluid ones, one of the Stygians, I believe, which is a good time too. So the thing that happened immediately before this, scenario-wise, which before we read the intro, we'll do a little recap here, was that Dexter and Jenny found themselves at the Sunless Sea, a massive, under the crust of Antarctica ocean filled with penguins, but they had to defeat a giant monster there, whilst also dodging bullets from the Germans, which they did. They survived. Jenny, as always, proving her incredible luck and fortune with her twin 45s. Fantastic stuff.
And then they met the king, and then they went through it all over again. When I eventually send some feedback to the creator of this campaign, you know, I'll point out how cool it is to see an alternate take on this story, which was only recently done sort of officially by FFG. But I will probably point out, like, you know, good to know in advance how long some of the scenarios, like if you sit down to play with friends, that's cool. 6 to 8 hours for a scenario is like probably pretty cool. But in this sort of setting, it's really intense. So yeah, it's good.
good to note in these kind of things like, okay, this campaign is going to be about 40 hours long, and this scenario is 3 hours, this is 7 hours.
It's also, I think I've discussed this on numerous occasions. I think it's one of the sort of, it's something about Arkham that's like really interesting, which is that certain campaigns, especially older ones, tend to give out less experience, and that some campaigns are much more liberal with how much experience you get. Being a fan-made campaign, this doesn't even have to respect those rules. This has been the most victory point campaign I've ever seen. Now, Jenny Barnes, of course, is doing pretty well for herself, seeing as she has not yet paid the piper, as it were, with her
53 experience.
I mean, that to me is end game levels of experience. And we are almost at the end game, I suppose, but still, it feels like a lot, which is great.
Right. And 12 of that experience comes from the Karen's Opal, so there's that.
No, that's the thing, right? And it's a good shout to like purchase it early, because of course it doesn't really do anything for you if you purchase it late.
Yeah, there is the thing that if you die, you're gone, but...
Right, but I mean, rogues are all about their living on the edge. And, as you have discovered, rogues do also have ways of cheating death from time to time.
Couple of times, which is great as well.
So, Dexter and Jenny find themselves at the Sunless Sea. We're going to see where they're getting into. Before we jump into that, I also want to make note of something that Crosshare has provided to us. Boop, right here. This is a poker chip. No, it's not. It's a safety tool, and I have some more over here. As part of the RPG Clinic... Oh, hello to you, Audio Gunner. Welcome to Doomed. I'm joined today by the Crosshair.
Hello.
Hello. As part of the RPG Clinic community, we've been very, loud about the benefits of having safety tools at the table when you're role-playing. And so Crosshair has very brilliantly, I think, decided to implement a version thereof in Tabletop Simulator for now. It's a temporary version, but it follows the same idea here. This green chip, which will be ever-present, it'll be here next to my icons, indicates that everything is good, despite any perhaps outward appearance. We're having a good time, and there's no need for any safety concerns. If a yellow chip is placed on top, that just means that we need to pause for a second to discuss something that's happening at the table. Maybe there's some weird, conflicting, uncomfortable content we need to talk about, or maybe someone took an action that's, like, problematic, or whatever. The red chip is a way of saying, stop, I don't feel safe. Again, if that is something that's going to come up on the stream, I will probably put us to our BRB screen. I won't use it to indicate that it is a break. I'm only using these tools for safety. But that is what they are there for, just in case. And I think that's a great thing to have. So thank you, Crosshair, for throwing them together.
Even if we haven't needed them in, like, many games we played, just having them there is like a blanket.
Yeah, no, exactly, right? It's a better late than never situation. I really think they're good to have, definitely.
Yeah, and better to have them than to need them and
not have them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, with Dexter and Jenny venturing to the Sunless Sea, we're ready to jump into City of the Other Things Part B. There's a note here that I know you already remember, Crosshair, but I think it's very fun that Delilah O'Rourke, once helping, Jenny and Dexter and everyone defeat this monster, just kind of probably turned to her and went, "It's time to pay up, Jenny." Like,
yeah.
And her loan was taken back.
It's fine.
Yeah. Audio Gunner, I have to... So thank you. Yes, I agree. Unfortunately, I don't know what's up. I mean, Chatbot doesn't recognize these emotes, unfortunately, so you'll have to describe them with your words. Kind of defeats the whole point.
I can actually see them.
Oh, great. What are they? Are they cool?
They're I have the Twitch chat open.
I should do that too, actually.
There's a sliding U, of course. You probably see that. Then there's a man with a mustache looking crazily at what seems like a... it's Rick from Rick and Morty shaking his
yeah.
hips.
And then Morty saying, "I'm in. Don't worry, audio. I got it.
Yeah.
We got
That's
it." I use Streamlabs chatbot, which has a bunch of commands built in and so on, but I actually don't usually use a lot of the functionality. I just use it as a chat thing, but it doesn't display emotes specifically, which is kind of unfortunate. But I have this Twitch chat open now because I want to see all the beautiful emotes.
Yeah, I usually set up. I have because I only have one monitor. I'm a noob that way because I haven't gotten my second monitor or my third.
Oof.
But
3 would
I
be...
have like the tabletop sim open, and then I have a pop-out chat on the side.
Perfect.
So
It's everything you need, Crosshair.
yeah.
All right, let's jump in here, and let's see what's about to happen to Dexter and Jenny today in the City of the Elder Things, Part B, probably Part 1 of Part B. On the clifftop high above the Sunless Sea, the sound of penguins is still omnipresent. In the cave wall ahead of you is a worked opening, which rises into a shallow ramp. Dyer notes that it was on a very similar ramp that he and Danforth came face to face with a Shoggoth on their previous visit. "Yes, that is the same ramp," comments Atu. "We are at the bottom of it. The fluid ones do not come here often. Food and warmth are more plentiful down in the sea." "I still haven't been able to piece together what any of this is about," comments Dyer as you slowly ascend the ramp. "What are the city builders doing? Why are they abducting academics? What are these Stygian things that thrive in the warmth? The city ruins are filled with murals, which I found quite comprehensible. Perhaps we can learn something." Setup. So there we go. So we're going to take a look at some murals in the city. Hooray! That sounds fun. Shuffle the unexplored locations deck. With the sunless cliffs at the bottom right and the Cyclopean gateway at the top left, deal unexplored locations, much like last scenario, into a grid which is 5 wide and 3 tall, which we did. Choose a player to take control of the Atu bin Sotot asset, which is, this is the guy who's wearing Dr. Klaus Falcon. Now, in scenario A, I had control of him, and I'd love to get your take, Crosshair, on whether you would want to control him this time, just for funsies.
I don't really have a use for an old farty doctor alien, so...
You only want criminals in your crew. Fine, I'll take the academic.
Yeah, and actually, you're more of an explorer, and you might need help with the Shoggoth.
Yeah, the automatically evade the Shoggoths thing is pretty legit for sure. So he has 3 insights on him, 2 of which can be used to choose your location or a connecting location, treat it as blank, which is great for getting around certain obstacles, and reveal the connections connected to it, or locations connected to it. Shuffle the encounter deck, deal 1 random encounter card at each empty location. If it is an enemy or a treachery which attaches to a location, put it into play, shuffle each other card back into the deck. I am going to kill you. All right. We know what we have to do, Hare. Whee.
Every empty location, yeah.
Yes, every... What does it say exactly? Each empty location. Yeah. So that doesn't include the Cyclopean Gateway or the Sunless Cliffs. All right.
Enemies and location treacheries.
Correct. So I'm going to start over here. That is an enemy. That's
a hazard.
Not a thing.
That's an enemy.
That's an enemy. Uh-oh. Yes! That is not a thing.
That is not a thing.
It's also not a thing. Okay. Once again, the places a little further away are a little nicer. Maybe a little bit. Ooh, less good.
Art Chamber Nazi Hunter. Okay.
Yay! Oops.
Those
Okay, let's have a little look-see at what we've got going on here. So I am actually going to start closest to us. As you point out, there is a Star Chamber Nazi Hunter, which is an Elder Thing Star Chamber enemy. They rival the Anna Elbe, which are the Germans here, but they're also hunters. So they also will hunt us if closer. When this enemy takes damage from an Anna Elbe ally ranged or firearm card, deal half the damage rounded up to the attacking enemy or investigator instead. Bullets hang silently in the air as they enter the shimmering field around the alien before being violently repelled back towards their point of origin.
Okay, so punch it.
Yeah, punch it, or, the soldiers are gonna get kind of murked at the same time. So there's that.
Cool.
Trackless darkness we've seen many times before. As an additional cost to leave this location, you have to spend an action. Here there is a patrolling Shoggoth, which we've also seen before. After you attack it with a basic fight action, a melee, or a creature card, you have to take a damage. It rivals the Star Chambers. So, there's that.
Which happens to be below us.
Yes.
Right here.
Which is good. Up here to the top right, we've also seen this. This is a Star Chamber Wrangler, which like to exhaust Shoggoth enemies and then kill them. That's good times. Oh, Graspy Loot! Hello! Welcome to Doomed. I'm joined today by the Crosshair.
Hello.
Pew pew! Wonderful to see you. We're just setting up for our new scenario here, and we're just seeing all the monsters that are on the board. Excellent. Another patrolling Shoggoth. An albino penguin, which is aloof. Right. When the enemy phase ends, if this enemy is ready, each investigator at its location draws an encounter card. When it's defeated, the nearest investigator also draws an encounter card. So if it gets killed for any reason, or if you're at its location, it kind of deals out some treachery stuff. Deeper darkness, you have to pay money to investigate. And then over here we've got... Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hunter.
A Nazi hunter, which is good because down here there is a Nazi. The Hauptmann, the aloof hunter with victory won.
I was going to ask last time, if Hauptmann gets killed by an enemy, does he go into the victory display?
I don't believe so. My understanding is that if an enemy is defeated by another enemy, that it's discarded. It has to be defeated, I think, to go in the victory display, but allow me to check. It might say something in the little campaign guide here. Enemies defeated by damage are not removed from play until the end of the attack enemy step. Okay, so they still get to make their own attack. Any enemy defeated by enemy damage is still defeated for the purpose of other game effects. For example, it will still be placed in the victory display if it has victory X. So in fact, the game is giving us free experience.
I don't mind.
I'm not mad at that at all. Not at all.
Also good to know that in the enemy phase, all of these hunters can go away because they're hunting other things.
Yes, that is definitely the hope. There is something we haven't... Oh, yes, sorry.
Yeah, we can keep rotating them even.
Exactly.
Running circles around.
Until we get kind of bogged down and so on. I should also point out, over here in the top left at the Cyclopean Gateway, which we haven't learned about yet, this is Pathfinder from Yuggoth, Scout the Cliffs. 5 fight, 10 health, 2 evade. So it's easy to get away from it, but it's a mech, right? This is a mech.
Yeah.
Yikes. 10 health is pretty good, too. Monster, vehicle, Migo, elites. The Migos are a species of aliens from space. We met some of them in Dark Matter, which is kind of fun. Massive, immune to entropic damage. It rivals any enemy. Patrol to the Sunless Cliffs. Patrol is like Hunter, but instead of hunting, it moves towards the Sunless Cliffs. While there is an investigator at a connecting location, it loses Patrol and gains Hunter. Forced, after this enemy enters the Sunless Cliffs, flip it.
I don't want to flip it.
I don't want to. Let's not do that. Let's not go to Camelot. It is a silly place.
This is some kind of Horizon Zero Dawn bullshit, but...
Probably, eh? Alright. We're going to read our agenda and our act, and then we're going to, I think, dive in and figure out what the heck the plan is for today. We're going to see.
Do we add these to the pile or?
Oh, yes, of course. No, those should go back in. Sorry. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Cool.
Agenda 1A, calm before the storm. The lower levels of the city now lie deep beneath the ice. Empty rooms devoid of furniture form the lowest parts of buildings that stretch into the sky, but you cannot find a way up. Exterior doors are sealed shut, but a few intact corridors run between the buildings, creating a subterranean maze. Suddenly, the ground shakes. Your vision swims, and for a moment you see alien creatures bustling all around you. The effect is momentary, and the scene quickly fades back to the still corridors of the dead city. 14 doom. Hint, try to complete Act 1 before this agenda advances. Act 1A, the lower city. The alien murals line many, maybe most of the dark hallways, seemingly their principal method of decoration. Curious lines of dot patterns lie along the base of each panel. Investigators at any location may activate abilities on the topmost cards of the Nameless Darkness and Prothalic Heresy decks, which we'll get to in a moment. Objective. When the round ends, if all 4 copies of the Nameless Darkness are in the victory display, and all remaining investigators are at the Cyclopean Gateway, immediately advance. Hint, you may not have time to collect everything. Let's have a look at
hint.
Yeah, thanks, guys. The Nameless Darkness. 1. This one's called 1. The murals cover a huge variety of topics and a myriad display of styles. You scan every surface looking for anything from their history that can enlighten you about current events. It has a reaction ability. After you remove the last clue from a lower city location, investigators spend 2 clues as a group, draw this card, and flip it. This looks very similar to the palimpsests from last scenario.
Yeah.
The Prothalic Heresy is very similar as well. There are many more murals which don't seem to have any particular relevance to your dilemma. Dyer keeps lingering on some of them, despite your efforts to drag him away. After you remove the last clue from a ruins location, spend 2 clues as a group, draw this card, and flip it. So, also very similar. We might not have time to do these Prothalic Heresies, all of them, but...
Yeah, I was about to say that the Nameless Darkness is our the job done deck, and the Prothalic Heresy deck is our bonus XP.
Yeah, basically. And we'll definitely keep an eye on it to make sure... Well, we'll see what we can do. But yes, the idea is we have to clear all the Nameless Darknesses and make our way to the Cyclopean Gateway. That's the plan. And there's some stuff to do after we've drawn our opening hand, like revealing locations or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Technically, we haven't entered, and I think it's always fair to first decide your hand, then reveal how you're screwed.
Exactly. Decide how much your mulligan has been terrible for you. All right. Oh, Sarah, hello. Welcome to Doomed. I'm joined today by the Crosshair.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry, you were about to say Crosshair.
Let's get doomed.
Let's get doomed. It's time. Drawing my opening hand. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay.
Ooh. Ah.
Ooh. Ah. Okay. Delicious.
But I want all of this.
You're allowed to keep all of it.
Yeah, but I can't afford all of it.
Ah, less good.
That might actually be a killer first move.
Oh boy. Delve too deep. Action 1. Probably, right?
No.
No. Oh boy.
Okay, you're gonna see some weird mulligan, but Eye of Jinn goes away.
Okay. That's fine.
Black Fan goes away.
What the heck are you doing over there? You're never gonna see them. Well, you might see them again, I guess.
basically starting with 6 for health. Yeah, that's. And I definitely want to save that. And actually, I'm just rethinking.
Yeah, of course.
Because if I have 15 resources, I'll take it. Do I get 15?
It's always a good time when your opening move is like, geez, well, how am I gonna play this?
Yeah, especially when all the cards are good.
Sure. I've heard that there's there's room in this game for a deck of 30 good cards. I've heard that's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm almost there. I'm not quite there. Hopefully it was a good wedding.
Yeah, Sarah, did you have a good time? I hope it was a good time. What are we thinking, Crosshair? Oh, you drew back up. That's good.
Like, I threw stuff away because I can't afford it, and then the game goes like, well, have this.
Have this thing that you can't play again. Probably. I mean, potentially. I don't know if that's...
Irony.
We love it.
Yeah.
Well, Dexter and Jenny are here at the Sunless Cliffs because they've climbed up from the Sunless Sea. The sound of the penguins in the sea far below is still thunderous up here. Forced, after you enter this location, reveal each connecting location, which I will do. A very older gentleman, huh? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I'm just kidding, Sarah. I'm terribly sorry. Unless you're into that sort of thing, in which case, party, I say. Here we go. A classic. It's the trapped corridor. Yay. And up here in the trackless darkness is the Frozen Wharf, which has 2 clues and 2 obstacles.
It's a good day to freeze.
Yeah.
Because it's a frozen wharf.
Oh god, it's true. Okay, so this one has, 3 shroud, 2 clues. Discard a card from your hand. Discard an obstacle from this location. If all obstacles have been removed, reveal each connecting location. A heavily worn track in the frozen snow leads from the station platform to the northwest into the darkness. I don't know.
And it's a lower city location, so it's
Right.
a darkness location.
Yes, you're absolutely correct, which is great. The trapped corridor is a ruins, but it has no clues on it, so we can't do anything there. But that's okay. Okay, so that seems pretty straightforward then, where we kind of probably want to go.
Yeah, discarding cards is of course bleh, but
Yeah, not ideal, that's for sure. But we could also theoretically use Atu's ability, but then that's maybe just kind of burning it for no reason. Maybe a little sad. Well, I'm planning on a full setup turn myself. That's what I'm planning. I don't know about you.
counting. 1, 2, 2.
Sarah, no!
3.
Area woman kills old gentleman after night of... You know what? Never mind. Go ahead, Crosshair. Sorry, you were saying?
I think I'm gonna just set up.
Yeah, cool. I leave it to you if you want to go first, or I can go first. Doesn't really make a difference.
It doesn't really matter.
Cool.
We can go at the same time.
Yeah, let's do it at the same time here. No, I'll describe how Dexter Drake finally making it up to the cliffs, looking out over again vast expanses of hopefully empty space, but knowing there will be more horrible monsters to sort of deal with in the future. He reaches deep inside himself and he starts to try to focus his inner energies, as he has been doing, but not towards
combat. He's trying to find a way forward. That's the most important thing. And he's going to be assisted by Miklaus Osi, who is, he lives in Arkham now. This is Miklaus, who's the professor of optometry. He's going to attempt to open Dexter's inner eye, as it were. So, in other words, I am going to play 2 more cards. That's all I'm going to do this turn. I'm going to play cards. So, I'm going to be prophetic. That's something I'm allowed to be.
Mm-hmm.
The prophetic is a talent because because I'm prophetic. It has 2 resources that replenish at the start of each round. They can be used to pay for fortune spell or spirit cards, and they can also be used to give a boost to skill values on certain tests. However, as a last action, Dexter's going to try to focus his prophecy into something a bit more useful, which is again this sixth sense he's developing, this ability to find a way forward if at all possible. Music? Oh, there you are. That's me. I just want to point out to Sarah again, I don't know, are we a little flattered? We got hit on by a couple people at a wedding? Regardless of their age? Anyway, that's me,
Yes.
Crosshair.
Yes, no, maybe so. Well, some drunk is better than no drunk.
I honestly tend to agree, yeah. I'm going to write that
We're
in the
gonna
chat.
be drunk after this campaign also. So.
I'm going to get there really fast, yeah.
Well, Jenny is going to take stock.
Sure. Good thing to do.
What's going on? So, first action, draw a card.
Oh, okay.
Straight up. Thank you. Everything's coming up, Jenny. So, as we know, Jenny has some resources of her own, even if she did lose that loan. So, that's 3 resources to gain 10 resources.
Excellent.
I'll take it. That's my second action. Then third action. Well, look who it is. Showing up again.
Excellent.
It's Leo DeLuca.
Leo, hello. Look at this guy. Doing things
Climbing
for
up after them.
you. Sweating profusely from all the climbing.
Yeah. And also going like, Jenny, you forgot your soup.
Yeet! It's a thermos full of soup and probably alcohol.
Yeah,
Good times.
most likely alcohol. But yeah,
I mean,
that's...
a 9 resource setup is pretty strong. And it's all made better by that hot streak, says me.
Yeah, hot streaks are great.
I would agree with that. Absolutely. So, Jenny's decided her setup, involves soup, connections, resources. Dexter's decided that his way to set up is focusing his mental energies into trying to see into the future, who will be correct and who will be dead. We'll see very shortly, but of course first, it's the enemy phase. So we gotta do all this.
How do we do this? Well, Hauptmann hunts there, then the Nazi can hunt down. And
Yes, perfect.
yeah.
A walking stick. I mean, that's just charming. The Pathfinder also patrols, so I'm just gonna put him that way. I don't think I can figure out where it's going.
Should the patrolling Shoggoth hunt to the Pathfinder? Because it's basically hunting the Nazi hunter.
I like that.
Because then it'll be delayed.
Yes, so these are, because the Pathfinder has rival enemy, they are now in well, they're tangling with each other, which is pretty good.
Yeah. Then we can get rid of the... Either move all of these enemies to the left, basically. Or Shoggoth moves up, then the Star Chamber moves to the left, then the...
This guy
That's
has
that.
to... He's a hunter. So he's hunting
Oh,
us,
yeah.
right? Like, unless there's someone that comes to hunt him first, potentially.
Oh, right. The rival is up and earner, so it doesn't hunt them, but... yeah.
But, what about this, right? This guy is Star Chamber rivals.
So, if this one hunts first, it has to hunt down. No, to the closest.
Yeah.
So these go like this?
It could be. The Shoggoth could also theoretically move down onto the Star Chamber Nazi Hunter. I'm not
yeah.
saying that's better, I'm just saying that's a thing.
True, because then this one wouldn't hunt.
Right, because they're now... Oh yeah, right, we still have to do all the damage and stuff, right? But then yes, this guy would definitely...
Actually, the Shoggoth was here
Yes,
when
he
this guy
moves.
started hunt, and then this guy moves.
Works for me.
And the penguins... Well,
So, alright, I'm going to start putting some damage on here. The somewhere far off in the distance, the elder things, the rigid ones, changeless one. I always forget this word. It doesn't matter. They're under fire. There's some remnants of the German platoon are making a last desperate defense. The Nazi hunter will take a damage, but then it deals a damage back in addition to one more from its own damage. So the Hauptmann takes 2, basically, and Star Chamber guy takes 1. The Pathfinder from Yoggoth does 2 damage, and the Shoggoth does 2 damage. Yep. I think that's it. Nothing fancy, I don't think.
yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
very flavorful to have these massive behemoths running around like slamming each other and and stuff. It's really cool. It does make it quite complicated.
Yeah, the enemy turn.
Yeah.
And these two hit on each other for a moment.
Excuse me.
Hello.
Hello there. Oh boy. Perfection. Well then that brings us to upkeep. Which I'm gonna take. Boop. Ooh, okay. I like that. It's pretty good.
To see it.
All good?
What about
yeah.
What about second setup phase?
What about another setup phase? Well, I think we gotta get moving because we are at 1 out of 14 Doom, which is not that bad. It's a lot of Doom, but we do need to collect the 4 Nameless Darknesses, which is fine, I guess. And we're going to draw our encounter cards. Here on the Sunless Cliffs, watching Elder Things and Shoggoths battle it out, hearing the distant sounds of gunfire. Classic. Dexter didn't realize how quickly the darkness was going to surround them. That's actually really annoying, but also a fair card. So I'll put it. It has to go to our location. Nah. Ooh.
Reality convulsion.
That sounds
Suddenly the ground starts to shake and you are thrown about. Visions swim before your eyes, and for a moment you see the city as it at its height a million years ago.
As it was at its height, probably, right?
Yeah.
Guys.
No. You see the city as it at its height.
Right, because it's a reality convulsion, of course.
Yeah.
Protection.
Okay. Tests either 9-5 or agility 5. For each point you fail by, you must either take 1 damage, take 1 horror, choose and discard 1 card from your hand, or lose 1 action.
For each point you fail by, Either take a damage, take a horror, choose and discard a card from your hand, or lose an action. Yeesh. Okay, all right.
So this might be 5.
Correct. But you get to choose any combination of those things.
Yeah.
Which, actually, hold on a second. I would like to propose that Jenny Barnes is fearless in this moment.
She tends to be.
I think she is. If you want the willpower icons. Now, they are willpower icons and not agility icons, but...
Well, Jenny has all 3s across the board at the moment, so...
Right, so I suppose it doesn't make a big difference.
Ah, and you get to heal.
If. Which, you know. But I'm hoping it at least mitigates something, if nothing else. I don't have any other willpower icons.
Neither do I. Well, ones that I want to use, but...
Classic.
5 on 5 ain't bad. And here comes the red one.
Not the red one.
Ooh, okay.
Ah, yes, this is the same from last time, I believe. If there is an unengaged hunter enemy in play, you must choose either that it fails and sets your skill value to 0, or it resolves its hunter keyword.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, that's fair.
Cool. So, 2 by 2. I do have the thermals. So I could basically... Yeah,
Okay.
fine. 1 damage, 1 horror. Actually,
Yes.
2 damage. No horror.
Okay.
Yeah.
To even out that stat line.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, with the horrible sounds of screaming and chomping and smashing coming from inside the trapped corridor, the hallway to their west, Dexter instead sort of motions vaguely to the north, and suggests maybe we want to go that way instead. It looks, it looks safer, if not necessarily the better place to go.
It looks awfully dark.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Dexter kind of touches the amulet around his neck, and it glows with a sort of inner energy, and it briefly lights the way, but only briefly. It's still quickly swallowed up by darkness. I am going to spend 2 actions to move up to the frozen wharf. And while I'm here, I'm going to, I'm going to do the thing where I investigate.
Yep.
Yeah. 6 cents allows me to investigate at 5 will. I'm going to spend both resources from Prophetic, because during a skill test on a spell card, spend a resource from Prophetic to get +1 skill value, so I will. So, Dexter is essentially, he's dousing, right? Like, he's using his inner eye to sort of see their way forward to try to figure out if there's a faster way to get where they need to go. So, essentially, though, I'm investigating at 7 to 3. Here we go. Thank you very much. Good. Done. 1 clue. Perfect. And that's me. Not very exciting.
Alrighty. I didn't realize exhaust. I'm going to do this instead.
Okay.
A small retcon.
Fine by me.
But yeah, a bit of soup goes a long way, as one knows.
Mm-hmm.
So, while Dexter runs off, Jenny and Leo are just gonna have a cup of soup before they continue on.
To prepare for their massive journey ahead.
Yeah, and I'm gonna heal 2 horror because I have 2 mental trauma.
Works for me.
And I guess, well, Jenny should leave this place, so might as well use those 2 actions to hop on over
Mhm.
And that goes bye-bye. The darkness only seems to follow them, so... Last action... Oh, I'm not great at getting clues. I kind of don't want to discard these cards. He'll be here for a turn.
I mean, we're gonna be here for probably a while, I guess, at that point.
Am I going to need that? That won't help next turn, that won't help next turn, I'm gonna get actually, yeah, Jenny's just going to try and chip away at the ice
Okay,
and discard un obstacle.
sounds good. It's not like we're not going to get through our decks in this scenario. I think we are, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throwing away Rayestad is like... I'm not expecting a fight, but...
Hopefully not yet, anyway. That's the hope.
And that was the last action.
So then, in the enemy phase, this Wrangler is a hunter, but it also rivals Shoggoth. So indeed, you're right. The Star Chamber Nazi hunter, the Elder Things are calling for backup, and as that horrible squealing, screeching sound increases from behind them. Let's put some damage. Oh, you do those, and I'll do these guys.
Okay, so that does 2 damage to that. It's 3.
This guy does 1. But then this guy
It
takes
does damage to all, right?
Massive does damage to all, yeah.
Yeah. So this one is dead.
Oh. And we also lost a Hauptmann.
Oh no.
Oh no, yeah, exactly. The Nazi hunters have lived up to their name almost immediately, which is pretty cool, I suppose. But now we've got another hunter on the prowl. Less good.
And it's only hunting. Well, it'll hunt the Shoggoth and then fight the Shoggoth.
Sarah, thank you so much for dropping by. Rest up and tell us all about your escapades another time.
Happy hangover.
Happy hangover. Yeah, hopefully not. Okay. That's it? That's all the damage and such?
Yeah.
Great. Enemy phase. Upkeep. We upkeep, rather. And I get my prophetic resources back, which is kind of fun. Yeah, hopefully not. Jeez Louise.
I always hear prophetic as pathetic.
I'm just going to start calling it prophesizes, which is very different. And we go to 2 out of 14 Doom. Now, I think Dexter and Jenny have made some progress to the north, but there's still there's a whole map to explore. But what's going to... Oh, shit! Out of the... Oh, God, where did they come from? Clamoring, or rather racing along the station platform. The sound of tramping boots as, again, some stragglers from the German platoon arrive. This is a Soldat is a hunter with swarming 1, 2 minus 1. It rivals monsters, but of course it's at our location, so it's engaged me. Dexter is absolutely horrified about what he might find.
Hans slipped on the ice.
Run!
Oh, that's not great. There's also some penguins following the Germans around. They must have fed them.
Oh, always feeding the penguins. I mean, I thought all the penguins were down below the cliffs, but I guess maybe not. It's a little horrible.
So we kind of have to get away from here because the albino penguins will make us draw encounter cards.
Yeah, I mean, unless we kill it, but I suppose that's the same kind of problem.
Yeah, somebody draws an encounter card, but I think I can clear the place at least.
Okay, that sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
You're
It's-
currently unengaged with, so to speak, with enemies. So I wonder if you want to take, if Jenny wants to give some folks the old runaround and free Dexter up to try to get away from here.
That's a possibility. But Jenny doesn't have her escaping mechanics currently.
Okay.
That's the issue, so... But... I'd have to engage an enemy and then evade it.
Well, I can evade these guys. The question is more so how are we going to get out of the frozen wharf? That's the question, right?
Yeah, I think I can handle that.
Okay.
Not happy to handle it, but... If I start... Actually, you should probably start so we know that you can get away from...
But
No,
how am
but
I going?
you
But
have-
how am I going to get away?
Yeah, you have to move. So, I'll go.
Disaster. Come on, Jenny, help us out. Dexter's just like dived behind a small crate. He's looking for his weapon, or at least something he can use, as the soldats bear down on him.
Oh, Jenny just reminds Dexter that, remember that time when I almost fell off a cliff, but didn't because I'm so great at surviving?
Yes, I remember that.
That actually would need a more Nancy Drew voice. Oh, remember when I was such a great adventurer?
Whee!
Yeah, I'm gonna clear the last... Oops.
Huzzah! Which
No more...
I believe reveals the connecting locations. So, you know, Jenny's, like you said, chipped away at the ice and managed to get us further on.
There's a path here.
There's the obstacles and some clues.
That's...
So what do we have here? The runic chamber to the west. We've seen this before. When you would discover clues from this location, even if there are no clues, instead discard that many obstacles. If the obstacles have been removed, reveal each connecting location. It also has 2 clues, and it's a ruins location. Which
Yeah,
is...
but-
Yeah.
You don't get clues, so you can't spend them, so it's a dead location, basically.
What do you... Oh, well, right. Unless... Yeah, you have to get the obstacles cleared and then get the clues
Yeah.
after, which is maybe kind of annoying. The swept channel, on the other hand, tendrils of vapor curl from this tunnel as if pushed ahead of some approaching mass. After you enter this location, reveal the connecting locations. After you enter their locations, search the encounter deck and discard pile for an enemy and spawn it at a connecting location, which is kind of rough that this one's in the corner, but it is what it is. It's a tunnels location with clues, so we can't spend clues there for either of the things, but we'll have clues if we want them for anything else.
Yeah. And also we can spawn an enemy if you manage to avoid the Germans.
Mhm.
We can spawn an enemy on the Germans. Or the Nazis, rather. not
Right, who will
Germans.
hopefully, be able to fight, basically.
This does mean that it's 2 actions to leave this location.
Mhm.
We are leaving this location.
That's my very hopeful plan, is to be able to get out of here this turn, yes.
Yeah. Oh. I'm going up.
I'm going up. Yeah, for sure. Go for it.
You got these boys. So
Thanks.
Leo and Jenny just leave Dexter alone with the
Bang, 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 bang. Yeah, just
soldiers.
oh god. Jenny, wait. But it's okay. Dexter's got a plan. Not a great plan, but a plan nonetheless.
It's a blah.
It's blah. Yep.
Reveal.
Ooh.
Yeah.
This is the breeding pit. Action, place a doom on this location to reveal each connecting location. Ugh, yuck.
It's a path, and we do have Doom.
Yes, very true. No lower city location, unfortunately.
Yeah, we need to clear that frozen wharf and... Well, anyway, I'm gonna go looking for an enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's an enemy that's hunting Nazis. Would that do?
I think so, or I hope so. Huzzah!
I remember last time when you left me with all those monsters.
I do remember that. Okay, and I always have to remember the phrasing of how this works, because I can't remember if it's like it has to be unengaged or if it has to how that works here. When an enemy blah, blah, blah. When an enemy with a rival keyword is at a location with one of its unengaged adversaries, it has aloof.
Yeah.
Oh, while an adversary is at a location with one of its... Oh, but it's not an unengaged rival. It's on me. Because it's going to spawn on me. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, right.
That's okay.
So it's also going to engage you.
Yes, but again, I'm hoping that that's not going to be too big of an issue moving forward.
Have fun with that.
Thank you. I hope it's okay. Whee!
One more action. Do I want to be greedy?
It's no bad thing, I don't think.
Yeah.
Wait, how greedy are we
Leo.
talking? Okay.
Leo and Jenny are just talking more finances.
Sure. I mean, if you're gonna keep playing things, you're gonna need resources. I don't think it's a bad thing at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna need more cards, but
Yeah, I mean,
that's me.
Absolutely. So, okay. So then in this moment, coming up from the other side, Dexter notices one of these Elder Thing monsters, but this one seems to have a shimmering field around it. He watches as the bullets from the German soldiers are repelled and flung out in all angles. And he's like, I gotta get out of here. He takes inspiration from this shimmering field to realize he's not going to be able to fight both of these creatures at the same time. He's going to have to get away from them. So, I'm trying to figure out how many things I can do on this turn. I mean, ideally I'd get this clue as well, but that's probably not going to happen. Maybe. Okay.
You do need 2 actions to move.
Yes, I do as well. So this is all coming together here. I haven't mathed it out yet, but Dexter throws away his sixth sense. He closes his eye in exchange for becoming a blur of motion. For my next trick, a blur. I'm going to evade. I'm using willpower instead of agility, and I get +2. I'm going to evade the Nazi hunter to start because it seems a bit more challenging. So this is a 6. No, I'm sorry. This is 7 to 3. Seems good. Becoming a blur of... damn it. Okay, so this is... If there's an unengaged hunter enemy...
There's not.
Oh, this guy over here is. So I will move him closer.
Ah,
Sorry, buddy.
yeah.
Whee! Which is annoying, but that's okay. So still a success. If you succeed, spend a charge or 2 charges. I'm going to spend 2 charges to get 2 extra actions this turn, which feels good. And we've evaded at least this monster. Dexter becomes an absolute blur of motion, haha. So attempting to find his way out of this place as quickly as he can. Spend a resource from that over there. And then we're going to do it again. We're going to attempt to evade using blur the soldat, who this is now 7 to 2. That's still good, shockingly, but good to go. Again, I think Dexter's trying to channeling all of his energy into the ability to try to get away from these creatures.
Right, you evade both of them.
Yes. Now, I have 3 actions left. 2 of them have to be to move. One of them could be...
Get the clue?
To get the clue, hopefully. Max, Oh, excuse me, Crosshair. Just a quick second, everybody. We're not going anywhere. Maximilian, out, out.
Good boy, Max.
God.
Well done.
Oh God, Max.
Keep doing what you do.
Mwah. He is an agent of chaos, Crosshair. You've trained him well.
Yeah, I know.
I know. I come there every other weekend. No, he I mean, he was playing with the plant. That's fine, but he had somehow got his arm through one of the leaves, so he couldn't kind of get his arm out, and he was just kind of shaking the leaf around. Pretty awesome.
Of course.
Of course. Why not? I am going to. I'm gonna actually spend one more thing from Blur. Oh, that's maybe a bad idea. I think it's okay. So I get an action back. So now I have 4 actions this turn. Okay. Because, here's the plan. Before leaving, Dexter realizes, like, as Jenny and Leo ran off, William Dyer had the words from Dyer echoed in his head, right? They need information about these elder things, and just watching them in combat isn't going to be enough. The Holy Rosary gives me +1 willpower, and then I'm going to investigate, but I'm going to use Miklaus to test my willpower. So 6 to 3. And if I don't get it, Crosshair, I'm still going to get out of there, because otherwise it's a disaster. 6 to 3. Come on, Miklaus. Son of a bitch. Come on, Miklaus. He's like, I don't know. I speak Czech. I'm like, come on, man. Dexter races off into the darkness at breakneck speeds, skidding to a halt in front of Jenny, breathing heavily. After you enter this location, search the encounter deck and discard pile for an enemy and spawn it at a connecting location. Yeesh.
And remember to shuffle.
How about one of these?
It doesn't swarm because we're not there.
Oh, okay.
I think. Because the Hauptmann didn't swarm. I think so.
Okay. Well, more soldiers emerge from, I guess, I don't know, somewhere beyond the frozen wharf as they engage this this hunter, who is now under pretty severe fire. The penguins watch as well.
Also made to take fire, but yeah, I'm not sure about this swarming, like, because you spawn it, but it's at a connecting location.
Swarming is a rule from the Dream Eaters specifically, so I will pull it up on the internet because I don't have that in front of me here. Whee! I'll have a look. Rules, because it's not in the original thing. You know, the thing.
Yeah, I know, the thing that does the words and stuff.
An enemy with the swarming X keyword is actually a pack of enemies operating in unison. After you put any enemy with the swarming X keyword into play, place the top X cards of your deck face down underneath the enemy as swarm cards without looking at them. The enemy is called the host enemy. If it's ever unclear which investigator should add swarm cards, the lead investigator does so. And then there's all sorts of other things about that.
Yeah. So basically, the Hauptmann card would have taken a card from us at the start, and we never choose the lead investigator. But
yeah, no, that is true. That is very true. I mean, I think for the purposes of this, we could let that slide, because I don't really want to go back and figure out what that would have done. Maybe it's not that complicated.
Well, oh yeah, the Hauptmann, but we shuffled our decks anyway after we drew our starting cards.
Yes.
So it wouldn't have mattered really. it would have changed the starting cards that you have.
But also, like, whether it would be dead or not right now is maybe the question. Because there would be 2 3 health enemies instead of just the one. I don't know, and this is my point.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just not sure how much damage it would have taken or whatever. I think we leave it personally, but...
Yeah. If we played wrong, fine.
Yeah, exactly. No big, right?
So, 4 Nazi soldiers,
Some
albino
penguins.
penguin, and 1 very angry hunter that's going to kill everything.
Exactly. Now, I'm looking at that clue, and I'm... Oh, God. I'm really hoping we can, you know, pick it up somehow without having to go back there, but that might be impossible. Who knows?
Going back there isn't that bad, actually.
Mm-hmm. I guess it's more... Yeah, it's coming back into the swept channel that's really annoying, I suppose, is the sort of big thing.
True.
That's kind of the issue. That's not that bad, though.
Hey.
Right.
Start of the enemy phase.
Yes, that is that.
This one hunts.
Da-da.
But this Shogo's exhausts. These 2 soldiers deal 1 damage to the Nazi hunter, but they deal it to themselves.
And they take a damage each themselves, exactly. So when the soldiers kind of, again, fire into this field around it, you know, it's clear that the Star Chamber alien is suffering, but at least it's also throwing back some things into its wake, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
It still takes 2 damage? It's not cancelled or anything, right?
Oh yeah,
When this enemy takes damage, deal half the damage back. Okay. Yeesh. Sucks. Is everything else sorted around here? The Pathfinder from Yuggoth eliminated its enemy. Searching, tracking, target. Yeah.
So it doesn't move yet.
No, sorry, there was someone here, and it killed it. So no, it's all good.
So yeah, that's it.
Okay. So it's an absolutely horrible cluster of a situation, but, you know, we're going to do our best.
A dynamite would be nice.
Oh, that would be so delicious. We move back.
That's not nice, but...
I mean, it would be very nice, yeah. We move back to our upkeep phase as Dexter and Jenny take deep breaths, trying to figure out if there's a way down the channel and on into the unknown, into somewhere else where they can, you know, maybe find a way out.
Yeah, we only have 1 location, that's Lower City.
Yeah.
This one. And the rest are in these 9 cards.
Yeah, that's it. Now, yeah, what's it say? After you remove the last clue from a Lower City location, we spend 2 clues to draw this card and flip it. We don't have to be there. So, if we can get the clue, I don't have a way of doing that.
Jenny has a way to do it in the future.
In the future. Okay, well, maybe we'll still be around at the time. But of course, first, we have to see, again, how Dexter and Jenny get on. Again, warring factions continue to fight at the wharf to the south. But in the meantime, son of a gun. This is the Star Chamber Wrangler. Again, this is, again, one of the elder things. Comes out of the gloom. There are other enemies around, but perhaps Dexter and Jenny are still being seen as invaders. So less good there.
Definitely. Let me just draw Shogoth here.
Cool.
No, it's another reality
Oh,
convulsion.
jeez. Okay, well, that's always a good time.
Yep. And it's gonna be a 5-on-5, I think. Yep. 5-on-3, actually.
I can assist.
Well, if you want, it's like either or. I'll take it, but it's
Yes, but Jenny, what if Dexter could promise you power? This is the question.
Ah,
Boop. So perhaps he's cursing them to a future of misfortune, but for now, the changing reality is not something that he wants to admit to or decide is true.
well, as Dr. Doom said, I've always liked power.
Yeah.
So that's a 7 on 5. Yeah.
Better anyway.
Yeah, it's better.
Hey.
It's a 0.
Isasi.
Cool. Dexter's power of promise and future riches, most likely. Just makes Jenny ignore this faff about ancient cities and...
Just rolling her eyes, you know.
Okay.
What are we thinking? I mean, I need to evade this Wrangler and get the heck out of here.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily need to get out of here. I just need to evade this Wrangler. Do we need the clues from these tunnels? No, right?
No, unless clues are used for something else along the way, but...
Yeah, we do need to clear off the frozen wharf. I'm going to assume that there's only 4 lower city locations. I might be wrong. I would be very happy to be wrong. But we never know. What?
I could go through the runic chambers always. Like, I mean, I could move down. Those enemies are engaged with each other. I could take the clue. Move to the runic chamber and punch the hunter to death.
Punch the hunter. You know, I mean, it'd be pretty impressive. I would be here for it. I definitely don't have an ability to help right now, but I would be very happy to watch that happen.
Yeah, I would have to succeed on a 3-on-3 clue getting and a 4-on-3 enemy attack, so...
I mean...
Let's not do that
Not
just
ideal,
now.
yeah. We might give it a moment to sort of like... Maybe we're gonna build back up our ability to do things here.
Should I, or... Because I might find an answer, of course.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Well, first things first, it's getting a bit hot here,
Okay.
so best
Oh,
get that
right, of course. A classic.
fan out.
Fan out.
I'm only at 13 resources, so
Only at
Not-
13.
no extra action yet.
Soon, though.
Soon, yeah. Another sweep from the thermos, perhaps?
Yeah. Seems like a good play.
And now we're both at 1 and 2, so
Huzzah!
yeah, we're fine on that department. Draw a card. I mean, do we want to move along?
Yeah, I think I'm thinking if I evade this Wrangler, the Star Chamber thing, then I would probably move away so that at least it won't immediately, we won't have to spend more actions getting rid of it again. Dexter wants to continue to run away, is the idea for sure.
And move forward, yeah.
I'd probably just move into the breeding pit, and then at some point maybe we'd have to go back to the runic chamber to try to get to the frozen wharf again. We don't know, but yeah, something like that.
There's a 10% chance that we don't need to next turn, but...
It's true. It's not. It would be really crappy if we got all the way to the end, right?
Yeah.
I will say as well, I'm noticing. I just noticed, the Cyclopean Gateway is a lower city, and the Nameless Darkness says after you remove the last clue, we can spend 2 clues as a group to draw this card. So if we have the clues, we can maybe just get a couple at the end as well. I don't know exactly how that's going to happen.
Yeah, but I'm better suited for the breeding pit the investigation anyway, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna move there. You have fun here,
Oh,
but yeah,
okay.
we might end up that we get to the end and we need 2 clues to get the Cyclopean ruins, and
Yeah, potentially.
so just in case. And last action. I'm gonna get to 15 resources, so I don't want to play anything because next turn I'll have 5 actions.
Mm-hmm.
So, draw a card.
It's a good thing to do.
Yeah. I'm 3 locations away from everywhere, so... Oh, no, yeah. Cool, yeah. I'll draw. Draw.
Something exciting, I hope.
Something.
Okay. I thought you only had good cards in your deck. Jenny?
Well, it is a good card, but
Oh, okay.
not for now.
Oh, I see. Well, I think Dexter is, again, going to attempt to use some of his focused magic to get out of here. We're going to use Blur. I'm not going to spend this last charge just to keep Blur in play as long as possible. Evade. I'm going to use Willpower. I get +2 Willpower, so I'm up to 8 to 3. Works for me. So, again, with a Blur of Energy, he leaves and rushes out of the swept channel into the breeding pit as well. Which, I need options is what I need. So I'm going to draw a card. And that's a great card to have. I can assist us with the runic chamber. Huzzah! Not right now, but, at some point. And then I'm going to draw another card. All right.
Yeah, if we want to go to the runic
If we want to go there, yeah. Oh, that's true, right? It's a ruins location.
Actually, if we go to the runic chamber, you can use the Ahtu ability and choose this location to reveal all these locations.
It's true. That's true, yeah. We'd still have to deal with the obstacles on the chain. Like, we wouldn't be able to... No, you're absolutely right. Sorry, it doesn't stop us from moving. It just stops us from revealing.
Yeah.
So that is the best play. In my opinion, that's the best play. And then we'll have more information as well.
Yeah, move down, then choose this location to reveal.
Yeah. And then I might even try to grab the clues from the runic chamber, but we'll see how that goes down. I don't know.
But
Yes.
we can't reveal this location. It's blank. Like, if we go to the runic chamber, the Ahtu ability allows us to choose this location to reveal this, and
but
this.
not itself.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we'd still need to get there somehow outside of the runic chamber. But
Well, potentially, right? Like, we could move from the breeding pit to the west if that was revealed, or we could go back. I mean, I don't want to go through the trapped corridor, but that's a possibility. I don't know.
nobody does.
Nobody wants to. This is it, though. Dexter manages to get away, and he's regrouping and trying to figure out with Jenny what their next plan forward is.
Listen to the echoing gunfire.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what's happening. Patrol. He doesn't have Hunter yet, so I'm gonna. I agree with you. We're gonna move him away from us, but still towards the Sunless Cliffs.
This one exhausted at the start.
The Nazi hunter, I think, will rush in to try to deal with more Nazis, which is going to be interesting.
And then we damage everything.
Yes, everything gets damaged. Yeah, this Wrangler's really good, hey? I mean, sorry, it's very effective at destroying Shoggoths.
Yeah, because this Shoggoth is dead.
Dead. In terms of how the soldiers and the Nazi hunters kind of shoot, I guess we can kind of make some decisions here, right? Because they could all just pile on the same enemy, or we could spread out the damage a bit.
Actually, if they shoot, because all the damage happens at the same time,
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
That means that everything there can die. Because 2 of the soldiers shoot at one of the hunters, the other at the other, and then those come back to hit those, but also the Nazi hunters hit those, so...
Yeah, so you're right, yeah. Each enemy here deals 1 damage, that's a total of 6, but the soldats also take 1 from shooting, so yes, essentially everything is going to die. I agree with you.
Yeah.
So
Fine.
I'm going to take my cards back. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'll just pile up these.
I'll just pile up these corpses. All right. I mean, the war continues. It's absolutely horrific. The penguins are, of course, fine, which is wonderful. I'm very happy to see that. I really want that. Oh, I want that clue. Maybe I'll just go in.
The problem is starting to be that things have nothing else to hunt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're going to start coming for us. That's true. That's something that's going to start happening. A commanding point. Well, in the meantime, we upkeep. Nice. Decent. And we go to... oh, yes, sorry. Oh, yeah.
Other way around.
Yeah. And we go to 4 out of 14 Doom. And what are we gonna? What's gonna happen up here? This is the breeding pit, presumably some sort of pit where the fluid ones have created more of themselves. And in fact, Dexter has to steel himself against the shrieks of the German soldiers getting absolutely shredded to pieces. Test will 3. If I'm connected to an abomination, we are not. So
no,
6 to 3. I'm so like about it these days, you know. I'm just like, whatever, good, fine. No shrieks for Dexter. Fine, good.
What else do we have?
Yeah,
of course.
That's more annoying.
Like rats.
Yeah, everywhere, right?
More soldats screaming and running around the
They
breeding
do
pits.
rival monsters, though, so there is that.
Yeah, and the hunters are gonna hunt, and...
I'm just gonna hunt.
Oh, no.
Oh,
wait.
Oh, yeah. Yes, they're engaged with you, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, questions.
Refill?
Huh?
Refill?
Yeah, I think so.
Small think break.
A small think break as we decide what the heck we're gonna do next. All right, thanks so much for joining us so far on Doomed. Crosshare and I are gonna be right back with more City of the Elder things. I'm specifically excited to see what's on these wall murals as we hopefully get at least one. See you soon. Oh ho ho ho! Hello and welcome back to Doomed, not so solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. We're back here as Dexter and Jenny continue to progress on their long journey towards the City of the Elder Things. I am joined, as I often am, by the Crosshair.
Hello.
Hello, Crosshair. So, Dexter and Jenny find themselves here at this... Oh, we didn't... Did we draw encounter cards? Yes, we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. So they find themselves up here at this... presumably this Stygian breeding pit, which in order to move on from here, they would have to really delve into it, placing a doom, which doesn't feel particularly good, but, you know, maybe it's not that bad. In the meantime, we're looking to try to find out as much as we can about the murals of this place.
Yeah. And we have some friends.
We have some friends. It's not that bad, is it?
Nah. It's fine.
Exactly.
Basically, if we leave this place, the Our
Sir-
friends will hunt the Sogoth. Yeah.
That is the hope. Yeah.
But also there's the other Wrangler which will hunt us, but that's another.
For now, it will hunt us for now. All right.
Yeah.
And hopefully not forever. Hopefully we can stay ahead of the creatures that are trying to get to us. What is the game plan here is my question. We need clues from lower city locations. We know where there's one, the Frozen Wharf, and another, the Cyclopean Gateway at the top left. But we don't know where any of the others are.
I think we need 2 clues for the Cyclopean Gateway, knowing how these things work. So.
Yeah, I would think so. So we could get 2 clues from somewhere and just carry them around, I think is what you're saying.
Yeah.
We need to move west. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. We could go to the runic chamber and use Ahtu, or we could place a doom and go west.
Yeah, so, I mean, and ideally that won't be the worst place in the world. A doom on a location contributes, of course, to the overall doom counter on the scenario, so it would lose us a turn doing this, basically.
2 turns, actually.
Yes, right, yeah, it would lose...
Maybe.
Yeah, no, exactly. I also think that there's something to be said that we, again, probably want to get a thing off of the Frozen Wharf so that we can do that. I'm kind of tempted to go down to the chamber and across to the wharf and try to get that clue. I know that kind of brings us all the way around, but at least then we could start the process of figuring out, how many Nameless Darkness places there are, blobbity bloop, and we'd be out of the way of the Wrangler, at least for now. But I want to know what you're thinking, because you've got these soldats on you and need to deal with those first. Not necessarily first, but, that's one thing to deal with.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna avoid them.
Okay.
And let the hunters deal with them.
Mm-hmm. So does that mean that Jenny's thinking Dexter can kind of move on and try to... Oh, that's the other thing about going to the Frozen Wharf. So I end up with this damn albino penguin, which I really don't like.
Yeah, you're gonna draw a encounter card there if you stay there.
Yeah, so ideally I wouldn't go there, but we also I don't know. We could take a risk and just hope that there are more locations, because we can't advance the act unless we have all the copies of Nameless Darkness. So do we assume that the game only gave us enough lower city locations that we have to clear all of them?
I'm assuming so, because there's 3 locations that are ruins, and we have found one basically that has
one with clues.
Yeah, so there's 2 locations that are ruins still, have to be, and then 4 of the locations are, or 3 of the locations are probably Nameless Darkness ones, and I think it's given us you have to get every one of those. So,
So then,
go ahead. If I had one of my cards, I could get the clue without us going back there.
Right,
which can happen still later. So
yeah, for sure. So we can talk about options, right? We have to evade these soldats or deal with them or avoid them at some point. We can just move on, but we know we'll probably have to come back later. We could move down to the runic chamber, at which point we're going to get the Wrangler hunting us, probably.
But that's just 1 damage that needs to be... I say we clear the runic chamber, and I'll try to get the Frozen Wharf thing.
Okay, cool. That sounds like a plan.
So
yeah,
you can basically start with the runic chamber, and I'll think how to handle these.
I like it. I think
4 shroud as well is like, this is going to be a good use of the thing that I'm planning. Dexter, seeing the sort of possibility of, death and decay in the breeding pit, decides to head south and stumbles upon a chamber. Some sort of, it almost looks like a puzzle box, but in fact it probably is more a chamber of records of some kind. He's going to attempt to decipher it. So I moved, and as my second action, I'm going to play Drawn to the Flame, which is a pretty sweet event. He's going to allow himself to be sort of like melded into the room itself. This is a card that draws the top card of the encounter deck, and then you discover 2 clues. So I will draw the top card of the encounter deck first. It's Deeper Darkness, which attaches to my location. Deeper Darkness...
That's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Deeper Darkness attaches here, which says, as an additional cost to investigate, you must pay a resource. But I'm not investigating. I'm discovering 2 clues. And instead of discovering clues, whoop, I'm going to get rid of... I can choose to take the clues instead, but I think instead I'm going to remove the obstacles from this location.
Yeah.
So, being drawn to the flame, the sort of the path opens to the west as a hidden door is revealed. Oh, and beyond, a chasm in the earth goes down miles and miles. This is the Yawning Gulf. We've seen this before. When you leave this location, you have to test a bunch of things, and if you fail, you die, basically.
Oh. Ooh.
You have a plan.
Yeah.
Cool.
Before we go to the... if we choose the same turn to move through that place, we can use Ahtu to name this location. It'll be blank.
Yep.
And we can reveal these 3 locations and move through the Yawning Gulf without doing the test.
Absolutely. That's a great idea. Yeah, they'll already be I mean, it's to cancel the test thing, which is like not a bad idea at all. I don't have anything else I want to do is the problem.
But yeah, we need to do that on next turn, I think.
Yeah, because we'll both kind of go... Well, actually, hang on. Does Atu say the whole round or just a turn? I can't remember. Until the end of the round. Great. Okay, cool. So then...
Yeah.
I'll go first, and he'll use his weird, strange, stretchy body to like create a bridge for us to walk across. Something horrible. But what do I want to do? Last action. I think I just want to. Do I want to draw? Do I want to draw a card? I think I do. Draw a card. Thank you. That's me.
Okay.
The chamber has revealed its secrets, but Jenny Barnes is still stuck behind with shouting soldiers bearing down on her. Only a fan, a friend, and a thermos of soup.
Oh, just avoid this whole mess.
That sounds like a plan.
And try to evade the soldiers who possibly haven't noticed Jenny yet. And
Hopefully.
it's just 3-on-2 evade. I've seen these turns from me before. I'm gonna evade 5 times and fail each one of them.
I mean, it's very possible.
Okay, 3-on-2. That's fair. 3-on-2. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Most of the tokens in the box are -2 or higher, right?
Yeah, I know. 3-on-2. Yeah. 3-on-2.
Ka-chow! Oh, you shouldn't have said anything.
I know. I guess... Well, might as well do the round that I knew was gonna happen. 3-on-2.
Yay!
Well, at least
No damage.
they're exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I still have 5 actions next turn, so...
Yes, exactly. Well, and they won't even be your problem anymore.
But the Wrangler is gonna be my problem.
It'll. I think it. I seem to
It
recall.
doesn't
Mhm.
It doesn't rival the Urban Earner.
They rival it though.
Ah,
I think, right? It says I think it says monsters or whatever. Ah, sorry. That was probably very loud. Yeah, when an enemy with the rival keyword is at a location with one of its unengaged adversaries, the rival has aloof. While an adversary is at a location with one of its unengaged rivals, the adversary has aloof, which would be
okay, so
it. Yeah.
yeah, it'll have aloof, and the soldiers will have aloof, so that's fine. But I can't help with the Wrangler.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh no, well that's
So-
is what it is. That's gonna be fine. Yeah.
So yeah,
This guy.
it'll hunt here. Thank you. We do have to handle the Yogos because I don't want to flip it.
Mhm. I mean.
And then
Yes. This is a hunter, so it will. Coming out of the darkness, of course, is another one of these Star Chamber Elder Things, which hits for 2 damage and 1 horror, which I will put 1 on Miklaus and the rest on myself.
not too bad.
Actually, put the horror on the Holy Rosary. Whee!
Oh yeah, does the Wrangler... No. It doesn't hunt the soldiers, but... So it doesn't do damage to them.
Well, yeah, this is a good question, right? Like,
They're aloof, but the Shogos...
well, it says, so the way that they describe it here in the rules, right, is that all enemies that match the specified trait monster are adversaries of the rival.
Yeah.
And then in the enemy phase, some game effects result in enemies attacking each other. Choose a target enemy to attack. This must be an enemy that the attacking enemy is... Okay. So the adversary of a rival or the rival of an adversary are going to attack each other.
Okay, then the Star
Sure.
Chamber Wrangler will kill the... one of the soldiers.
Oh no! Bam.
Okay, cool.
I mean, that's fine by me. Hopefully you can
Okay.
escape in all the madness.
I think so.
I think so. We hope so. And we move to upkeep after that. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
Ah. Cool.
Ho 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 ho! 5 out of 14 Doom on the agenda, and of course Dexter is here staring at the yawning gulf headed west. Jenny's gonna try to sneak out of, again, another big raged battle, and I draw an encounter card, which is Roving Appendage. Ugh. I am at a location... I am not at a location connected to any abominations, so I will test Agility 3. For each point you fail by, take a damage or lose an action. Not much to do here, unfortunately. I think I'm gonna throw in at least 1 pip, just to see if I can maybe try to squeak something out here. Dexter's gonna try to sort of duck from this appendage and see if he can manage it. 3 to 3. Ooh, well, Dexter Drake, your luck is turning.
Nice beep.
Not bad. Beep.
Ah, well, the
The
echoing
the
shriek.
shrieking, a classic.
Take 1 horror, choose and discard a card. Abominations? No. Okay, so it's a 3-on-3, and I don't have any peeps.
No peeps.
No peeps. So 3 and 3.
Oh, I
Well,
seem to recall that's the good one, I think.
yeah.
A.
That's 20 on 3, so I think I passed.
I think you're good. We'll take it.
That was a freebie.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, are we going to do the running leap this turn, or are we going to try to get the frozen wharf clue?
I can come to your location and kill that thing.
I mean, that would be
For-
pretty cool.
Just for free, because I can.
Just for fun, because you can. Yeah, I mean, okay, and then, well, oh yeah, no, that's too bad. Hang on, is this a free triggered action? I can use Atu during your turn if we want to do the thing where we go through the gulf, the yawning gulf, and move on. But I don't know if we want to stay back another turn and deal with this frozen wharf.
I can come back to the frozen wharf once I get my 27 actions going, or the other cards that I have when I draw them.
When you draw them, sure. Yeah, that's doable.
Because there's still time.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I guess the other alternative is I can blank the yawning gulf and you go through and then find something, and then maybe well, no, I should probably use the opportunity to move through it. So.
Yep. Basically, I'm gonna kill the enemy, so we're gonna go through the yawning gulf anyway. So you might as well use it now.
It's a free trigger. Atu, the changeling wearing the skin of Dr. Klaus Falcon, or the look rather, is going to be able to assist us in making sure that the yawning gulf is no longer a danger. He knows a way over it. But it also, yes, exactly, it also reveals each location connected to that location. Clues? Clues? Clues. And some of these have obstacles as well. So let's have a look. To the south, the narrow opening. Ah, yes, you remember this one. When this location is revealed, attach the set-aside dormant Shoggoth treachery to this location. Which I believe is the one.
Fine.
Yeah, I remember this one. Where are you here? Where? Dormant Shoggoth, there you go.
Sleepy boy.
Just chilling. No big deal. This is a very large sleeping Shoggoth, probably. We don't know. To the west, this is exciting. Icebound prisoner, sealed in the wall. It has obstacles. 3 shroud, 2 clues. Take a horror or discard a mystic card from your hand. Discard 1 obstacle from this location. If all obstacles have been removed, remember that you weakened the seals and reveal each connecting location. Not sure if I like the idea of weakening the seals.
I kind of do.
Well, I don't know what is that thing in the ice, I guess is my question. Maybe, well, hopefully it's something to help us.
Looks like a friend.
Yeah, I think so. And then certainly the clues are useful because that's a lower city location. To the north, the monolith. This is, of course, the one where you test Will 3 when you enter. You take a horror for each point you fail by, but that's it. And there are clues, and it's ruins, which will get us prothalic heresies as well.
Yeah, and this location is... Yeah.
It was revealed. It was already... Yeah,
but it's blank,
okay.
basically.
I'm going to put, I don't know, like a horror token on it or something?
Yeah. Penguins.
So it is blanked, which means, of course, if you want to take your turn first or second... well, if you want to take your turn first and kill this thing on me because you said, that would be great. I would be okay with that.
Yeah, that leaves your turn free.
I mean, that would be ideal.
Okay. Let's
just so I can do something, you know?
Move. Action number 2. will cost me 3, which will... The first action was the black fan action, anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
We have a
Ooh.
friend.
Well, hello, Delilah.
Coming back to collect on those debts that have already been paid.
God, not again.
But still, a gun for hire is a gun for hire. And
She
I'm
seems very
going
effective.
to actually get one of those. Yep. And then I'm going to exhaust and spend 3 resources to deal 1 damage to the Chamber
Pew.
Wrangler.
Great.
Yep.
Excellent. Delilah
Cost
appears out of the darkness, just like pings a shot, and the thing falls to the ground. Excellent.
Oh, hi Dexter.
You know, I think
Having-
Dexter's really given this like crime crew the side eye for sure.
Having trouble? Now then, I don't have an extra action next turn, but I did.
Unless you
Do
find some
still-
resources, which you might. You might.
Yeah,
Possible.
I do have to use 1 to move the empty.
Oh, right, because we blanked this. Yes, that's a good thing to do.
And where do we want to? I could delay the Pathfinder.
By doing what?
Evading it.
Yeah? I mean, that's not a bad thing to do. Oh, yeah, you can't get there, though. Oh, no, yes, you can go through the narrow opening.
Yeah, I only have 2 actions, so.
Oh, right, it would be move, and then that'd be it.
Yeah, I'd take some damage, but I could handle it. Or we let it do its thing.
Well, we did blank the Gulf, although we can't really go back on that now because we've revealed everything else. But so because of that, I think it's probably a good thing for us to at least try to
go through it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So we can either go north to the monolith, which might deal horror, but it would reveal another location, or we can go to the prisoner, start working on it, trying to get the clues, and then we have to deal with the big old Yuggoth that's coming.
Yeah, but it doesn't hunt us.
It does.
It's not a hunt. Oh, it's a connecting location.
Less good. I think it sort of detects that you're nearby, right? And then the mech recalibrates and it stamps towards you.
Yeah. Or I could go fail on the dormant Shoggoth and wake it up.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. We don't know what it does, right?
Yeah.
Flip this card and exhaust it, it says. Whatever that thing is that it is.
And I take 2 damage and a horror. Yes, I can. So, yeah. I'll just go here.
Okay. All right.
And I'm not a big fan of taking horror, but I could also use a thermos this turn, do horror off, and then be able to tank more stuff. I really would like 15 resources next turn, but that's not gonna happen. Yeah, I can handle that. I'm gonna take a horror and remove a obstacle.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Because that I can do. Yeah, I'll take it. Cool.
Cool.
So, run through. Dexter, follow up.
Whee! All right. Now I'm recalibrating for myself here. What do I want to do necessarily? It's the damage and horror that's like kind of unfortunate from this Pathfinder. It's very unfortunate. Not the worst thing in the world. Yes, sorry.
Oh yeah, it's massive.
That's okay. I think we have to take some risks, you know?
Also, I have plenty of healing. Well, not plenty, but some extra healing coming also.
Yeah, so that's definitely no bad thing. I think in that case, then Dexter is going to move on and again use Atu's ability to sort of like spring over this. Like he's found a way across essentially, and I'm going to end up here where Dexter is immediately enthralled by this creature, this thing within the wall of ice. What is it? How did it get here? But what I am going to do as my last action, Crosshair, which I think you'll enjoy, rather than try to weaken the seal around this thing and get us out of here, at least this turn, I think it's time for us to make a deal, a pact, signed in blood. I will give you 3 resources. 4 resources? 3, right? Because you have upkeep as well.
2 resources is enough.
Yeah, but, I think it's good to have some sort of buffer.
I just need 15 for the Black Fan, and I'll get 2.
Okay.
So.
And then you're not planning on spending any.
Oh, I am.
Right, so, you know what I mean? Like, just a little buffer. If you take 3,
okay.
I'm running pretty light right now. For now.
I'll take it.
Yay. Oh, and of course, 2 curses. Now, I should point out Dexter recently came into possession of a piece of lore that he doesn't fully understand as of yet. But whatever it is, it's revealed to him some sort of truth about the universe. He's not exactly sure what it is, but the False Covenant provides him with some protection from, well, what he feels is bad luck. So there's that. That's it. Boop. So yes, in the enemy
Hunter.
phase. Yeah, Hunter's Hunt, you're absolutely correct.
Hello. That's a big mother.
Oh, get out of here. Oh my god, boom.
You have 5 seconds to comply.
Miklaus is immediately knocked by the thudding feet off of a nearby building and disappears on the other side. Dexter manages to scramble and find a place to hide.
Some seem better.
Whereas, did those soldiers got killed already? Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's what you like to see. Which brings us to upkeep. These penguins are just chilling, which is nice. Yeah, sorry.
You do need to take the damage from the...
I did, yeah, sorry. So Miklaus was knocked off of a nearby wall by the rampaging machine. Dexter's not, he's familiar with tanks from the war, but he's not familiar with what the heck this might be. It might be alien in origin. So I took 2 damage and 1 horror, and I killed Miklaus.
Should I take all on myself and rely later on? Yeah. Jenny is just gonna stand in front of her comrades and
Excellent.
Yes, it's time to fight.
It's time to fight. We better do it. Yeah, exactly. What?
Funny.
What's funny?
Irony.
Oh, sure.
And
I move to upkeep. That's... I was worried that might happen.
oh. Hello.
It's okay. No. I think that's okay. I think we'll be all right. But doom creeps ever onward. As we move to 6 out of 14, as Dexter and Jenny need to figure out how they are now going to decipher any of the murals on the wall here, where they've found themselves. Let me draw some encounter cards too. Boop. A roving appendage, a classic. Is this thing an abomination? No. Why would it be? Yeah, I just need to take this hit on the nose. I don't love it, but I'm just gonna have to do it, I think. Sigh. Oh, actually, that's potentially disastrous.
I'm gonna kill the Yogos.
Pardon me?
Yeah, I'm gonna kill the Yogos.
Well, I think the appendage is actually probably one of the arms or legs of this mechanical beast reaching out to strike Dexter. I'm going to test my roving appendage test here with agility. Not much to be done about it. That's a curse. I'm going to use the False Covenant to cancel it, return it to not the bag, but the pool, and draw another token. So it removes a curse, which is kind of fun.
Cool.
So, but you still have to
Okay,
redraw.
cool.
It just cancels one around. So that's okay. I probably would have died otherwise. So I'll take a damage, and Dexter manages to get away again. Luck coursing through his veins.
Oh, you only have one physical trauma.
This is that was my encounter card. Yeah.
Yeah, Thermos only heals one if you have only one trauma.
I'm hoping to find my healing card as well.
Yep. And I'll handle it. Don't worry. Well, yeah. It's getting claustrophobic here at the I imagine a cave, frozen cave.
I like to think so as well.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people and a pathfinder from Yugos.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, is what it is. Yeah.
Claustrophobia is an understatement.
So, we're here.
Does do the attacks of opportunity.
Does what?
The Pathfinder will do attacks of opportunity.
Yes. Yeah. I can attempt to evade it first, if that would help. That would be me going first. I know you wanted to kill it as well this round, but it would potentially be evaded.
I have a evade 4-2 instead of your. Oh right, but you have blur. Yeah, true.
Just but yet, like the short answer though is that yes, it will make attacks of opportunity against all of us. No, sorry, just against you. I think we determined this last time. I think. Where does it say here? It was very specific. Sorry, I remember there was like a specific thing about massive enemies. A massive enemy, when it makes an attack of opportunity, it only resolves against the investigator who provoked the attack.
Yeah.
Cool. So in fact, if that affects your outcome. I don't know if it does.
Not really. If it's evaded, it's better anyway.
Okay.
Like,
right,
if you
that makes
want
sense.
but your turn, I have 5 actions still, so I mean, I could evade it.
I leave it fully to you. Like I'm okay to go first or second.
Yeah, because you're gonna need your actions to get clues, clear
Hopefully.
the obstacle.
I hope I have a clue tool at some point. I'll see what I can get for us here.
Yeah, but you can at least like take a horror because you can still take horror at least.
That's true.
And I'll try to handle the Yogos.
Pathfinder. I love that. I don't know where this thing came from, but it is horrible. Yeah, I then go for it. Go for it.
Yep.
The hair.
I'll try it because I do have 4 with Delilah. Yeah. So 4 on 2, and I'm not gonna throw that away. 4 on 2. We've seen this happen before, so 5 fails.
I mean, I hope not. There you go.
Well, it's 20 on 2, so
I think that's
just about.
pretty good. Perfect.
Now
Jenny's,
then.
presumably Jenny's ability to, she does the like move from The Empire Strikes Back where they use the tow cables to wrap up the AT-AT's legs, and it maybe it topples over.
Yeah.
I don't know, something awesome.
You know, like Horizon Zero Dawn fight, but with a lady in a flapper dress.
Yes, but she is essentially Aloy in this moment, diving and rolling between the tall grass. Oh, I love it. Okay, cool.
Should I... It's 2 resources to do 2 damage to it. Yeah, I should. Delilah.
Kill it.
Bang bang.
Whee!
So that's
Fine by me.
8 on that. I think it's gonna get handled. Now the question comes. The black fan is nice, but I have other things to play also that take slots.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. 1. That was just the first action.
Yep. You've got that claustrophobia. You could there's potentially clues to get, or maybe try to kill the Yoggoth. But I mean, that's pretty wild. That's probably a bad idea.
That's actually quite easy, I think. Well, easy, but I can always avoid it next turn if need be.
Yep, if needs be. I'm not planning on attacking it this turn myself.
So yeah, you do need healing. I'll get rid of the claustrophobia because it's gonna be a pain otherwise.
Agreed, yeah.
Now, that's 2 actions. And it's gone. Well, since the Yoggoth is otherwise occupied, the tunnel seems to be clearing out.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to use the last charge on my thermos to heal myself 2 horror.
Mm-hmm.
You take 1 horror to clear the last.
It's very kind of you.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do that.
Cool. So we have to remember that we weakened the seals and reveal each connecting location. So presumably Jenny is pushing forward past this beast to sort of open up more space while we attempt to avoid this other creature. Let's reveal some locations.
How do I type on these things? How do I type on the paper?
You right click if you are able to. I hope you're able to. And then at the bottom there's the like text box basically that you can fill in.
Oh.
I think yeah. It's not like the ideal solution, but I like it. It's not that bad. So you can type in there.
We weakened the seals.
Weakened the seals. That's okay with me. So let's have a look at what we've revealed here. To the south is the collapsed ruin. Ah, yes, this will take hours to dig through. It's got 2 obstacles. You have to test combat 3 to discard the obstacle. It also has 2 clues. It's a ruin. To the west, a lower city with 4 shroud and 2 clues. Action. Search the chaos bag for a tablet and seal it here. Reveal each connecting location. That's good. To the north, the skylit chamber. When you enter this location, draw an encounter card. After you enter this location, reveal each connecting location. Sunlight! It'll help us get through. But that has 2 shroud and is a lower city. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, we've seen now 4 lower city locations, plus the Cyclopean Gateway, which, if it has clues, means we can spend clues there as well.
Yeah, so the Frozen Wharf, this place, the Skylit Chamber, and the Starless Depths are lower city.
Yes.
So we have our target, so to speak.
So to speak. And hopefully the gateway as well has clues on it so that when we clear them, we can then spend for more of these nameless darknesses. I guess actually also... Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say you could stack the spending of clues, but I'm pretty sure you can't. Because after you remove the last clue, you spend the clues, you flip this card, but then now you've no longer removed the last clue, so you probably can't trigger the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
True.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we've revealed these locations.
Yeah. Clear everything. Get the nameless darkness, then maybe get some prophalic heresies.
Yeah, ruins, right? Let's see. There's the monolith, the collapsed ruin down here, and then otherwise we'd have to go way back, I think. No. Yeah, or the runic chamber. But like that's too far. I think that doesn't really make sense.
I still have ways to do it, but not yet.
So then, yeah, this is the question. What's next for us?
Do your thing, Dexter, and get
Are you out of
those
actions? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you still had a whole turn. My apologies.
No, I spent it to...
Thermos, and then you cleared the thing, right?
Yeah, and the claustrophobia.
Right. Well, the first thing I think then... unfortunately, I think this is actually going to be a pretty boring turn. Dexter needs to deal with the haunting sounds of the scraps of the Necronomicon that he carries around with him. He knows they're going to be useful. He knows they're going to they seem to jive with what Dyer has been saying this whole time, but I have to play them out. It doesn't take an action. And now, I just don't have any clue tools is the problem. I'll spend 2 resources to play Mists of Relia, so that I have something to do here, potentially. Oh, actually, sorry, do I want to spend... I will spend 1 resource off Prophetic. And then we're going to just draw. Okay, cool, and then we're going to draw last action. Hey, that's fun. That's fun. Okay, this is going to be great. Hooray. But no clues, no clues yet, unfortunately.
Yeah, a lot of knocking on wood, but this doesn't seem too bad.
Oh, jeez, that was... Oh, boy. Okay.
I had to say it.
You did have to say it. We move to the enemy phase where hunters hunt. There's 1 Star Chamber Wrangler, which is hunting ever closer.
1 hunter.
And the Pathfinder will ready, but won't obviously damage us this turn. As it manages to escape it manages to get back up to its feet after being knocked down by Jenny's running around. And we upkeep. That's great.
No whammies. I mean, yay, but...
Hooray. In this moment as well, I think Dexter is now getting really furious with himself. Why does he feel the need to keep these scraps of the Necronomicon around? They're not doing anything for them. And with that anger comes a sense of needing to hurt himself, this self-destructive kind of nature. Which I am gonna, see if I can just kind of not deal with that right now.
How about No.
How about no? And we move on. 7 out of 14. Doom, and we draw some encounter cards. Claustrophobia, a classic. I'm going to leave it.
Yep. Makes sense. Well, fun.
Shoot.
Of
Okay.
course, all
classic.
the fighting and the huge Pathfinder, which looks like a war resource to these guys. They come running to see what's up, what. They would, of course, die to this thing, but
Yeah. Oh, I mean, so would we, though, right? Maybe not quite. Maybe not quite that much, but.
this isn't an issue, really.
So what?
For me.
Yeah. Well, sure. Thanks. No, but fair. What are you thinking, then?
I'm thinking, first off, I'm gonna avoid the Yokos, because, you know, Yokos.
Yep. And deal with it. Yep. Sounds good.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna see how I'm going to deal with the soul cuts. Probably by evading them. And then
Yeah, we need the clues. That's what
yeah,
we need.
it's gonna be the Skylit Chamber is the easiest one for me to get the clues from.
That's fair.
Actually, no, you have. Well, you have clue getting abilities, but I don't.
Somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, so we are kind of equal on the rolling the dice on raw rolls, but my first plan is to get rid of these enemies.
Great. Yeah. For sure. Go for it.
I'll,
And I'm just gonna check the
I'll
music situation.
try it. 4 on 2 on the shocks.
Hey.
That's
Great.
done, and
Again,
spend 2 resources
Excellent.
to get it with Delilah.
that is fine by me. I feel like, again, yeah, Jenny's really, she's now running around with Delilah O'Rourke. She's distracting it while Delilah sets up the perfect shot, and the creature smashes to the ground.
They always have a red glowing bit, don't they?
They always have a weakness. It's true. Well, that's
How
great,
about
honestly.
you boys? After taking down this massive walking tank.
They're maybe a little frightened, perhaps. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be an evade. Yeah. Evade 4 on 2.
Ooh, I mean, that's delicious.
Well, 18 on 2. I think that passes. Then 3 more actions. I guess I'm gonna go get the clues, because I do have to draw an encounter card also, but
But it will reveal the Cyclopean Gateway. We can see what we're dealing with. It's not,
Yeah.
not a bad thing necessarily.
Jenny is not one to be afraid of encounters.
No, well, when you have so many allies, right? When you have so many friends with you.
Well, of course the Nazi hunter comes around now.
Not again. Uh-oh.
Hunter rival aber earner. Okay, well, more of these things. We've seen them around. But we get to reveal the Cyclopean Gateway.
Ah, shoot. 0 clues. That's what I was afraid of.
The building which we had entered was one of great size and elaborateness, and gave us an impressive notion of the architecture of that nameless geologic geologic past, the inner partitions were less massive than the outer walls, but on the lower levels were excellently preserved. Labyrinthine complexity involving curiosity, irregular differences in floor levels characterized the entire arrangement. And we should certainly have been lost at the very outset but for the trail of torn paper left behind us. H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh, good thing that you were leaving a trail behind, right? At that point.
Yeah. So, I guess I'm avoiding the Nazi hunter also.
I noticed just now as well, getting back to the other side of the map, this whole column all have tests that you have to take when you pass through, which is nice and juicy.
Yeah.
Nice and juicy. Unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, we might not go back. Well, we do have to.
I think we have to go. I think we have to go back.
Yeah.
This is
Okay. Well,
nice.
it's time, so avoid the start chamber. 3 on 4. Come on. Nope. Still got nothing.
Doesn't matter. Worked well.
Because Jenny.
Yep. Exactly.
Last action, I guess I'm gonna try and get the clue. Like, we do need them.
Yes, that is true.
Also, I could play that. No, can't do that. Yeah, I'm gonna try. 3 on 2. Let's do. Well, it fails.
Okay.
Hunter keyword.
You'll fail anyway, right? So I don't know if it's worth necessarily looking at.
Oh yeah, true.
Right, like
So,
I think. Well, yeah. Sorry if my math isn't wrong.
I just failed. Yeah, 3 on 2. Yeah,
Woohoo.
you're right.
I also still need a way to get clues. I think this is something that we are severely lacking in on our Dexter and Jenny team here. Something to consider, at least for me, in the future. Dexter's very interested in, again, this creature in the wall, and I think the soldats are here, but he's not too concerned about that. Free action. The scraps are going to get pushed from his mind as he considers the beauty of this strange place. It is a cave. It is a cave of ice with a monster in it and German soldiers outside, yes, but there's a certain beauty to it as well. This is Earthly Serenity, which is an action to test willpower. You may spend a charge to heal a damage or a horror from an investigator at your location.
So, succeed by 6 and heal everything.
That is the hope. Although I would have liked to have gotten you as well, but I might not get it all at the moment, right? So
I'm fine.
All right. So I think we are going to indeed play this, and then get rid of claustrophobia and be ready to deal with more of these things in the future. Dexter's prophecy allows him to see a bit further ahead, and he's just going to try to take a deep breath and really connect to the earth. Maybe he's been thinking about it all wrong. Maybe instead of looking forward to getting where they need to go, perhaps he needs to really connect to how the Stygians are living here. So I'm testing 8 on 0. Oh, yep, that is good. +2, you may return an asset from your play area to your hand, then draw a card. I
So
don't know how this
basically,
works. Yeah, sorry, tell me.
yeah, I was thinking the same. That can you use because
It would, for sure, like the weird thing about it is that, sorry, what was I gonna say here? You do have to resolve the token before you resolve the effect of your test. So I have to do the star effect first.
oh
So,
yeah,
so
yeah.
the Serenity would leave play, but if it leaves play, does that mean that the thing on it sort of disappears? Oh, yes. All lasting effects and or delayed effects affecting the card while it was in play expire. I guess that sounds
So
right. So I will not.
if you return Serenity, you will get nothing.
Yeah. But I think though what I would like to do this, so I think instead I'm going to return Mists. Oh nope, I'm gonna return Holy Rosary to hand. Whoa! Where did that come from? I think it came from there. Because I'll play it out next turn. And I will indeed. You've inspired me, Crosshair. I'm gonna spend all 6 charges. To heal myself fully. I can't believe it. Dexter's feeling absolutely brilliant after having been connected so far, and I'll spend 2 actions to get rid of claustrophobia. Annoyingly. That's okay. That's it. That's us.
Yeah. It's
Enemy phase, Hunter's Hunt. So the Star Chamber Wrangler moves west, and then everything in upkeep will ready and engage us.
oh yeah, everything in case.
Enged.
Okay.
Oops.
It has been an hour and a half again, but
I think it's been 2.5 actually.
oh yeah, but meant like
Oh.
since our last
Oh, okay. Yes, since the break.
we felt that.
We can do that if you'd like before we take our mythos phase here.
Yeah, I think like we're basically halfway through the Doom clock, so halfway through the Act 1.
Right, which again, like I'm not interested in playing for 6 hours straight, unfortunately, as are not you, because I imagine you don't necessarily want to see the sun come up in the middle of the game.
Well, the sun is actually already coming up, so all the same.
Oh, God,
Because
horrible.
it's summer in
Right.
Finland at 2 a.m., so of course the sun is coming up.
Naturally, right? I do forget, that it's I know here where I live, like, it's relatively dramatic, but we don't ever have fake nights or fake days, like we're not that close to the Arctic Circle.
Yeah. And also, we would, of course, in any given day, play for 6 hours, but not today.
Well, that's the other thing too, right? I think, yeah. Okay, but that said, yes, let's take a break, and then we'll come back and see if we can scoop some clues and read some stuff, and we'll
get through this.
We'll see how it goes, yeah? And we're going to be back in just a moment. Oh, well, hello again, and welcome back to Doomed. I hope I'm still joined by the Crosshair, although it might be a moment or two.
Yes.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Excellent.
I had to check outside, and yes, it's 2:30 a.m. Or 2:30, and the birds are singing. The sky is darkish blue, and there's a pink glow in the horizon as the sun is coming up.
Oh. I mean, I guess if it's natural for that part of the year, it's not like we're having some sort of strange, eldritch situation. At least.
No, and it's not even the worst. Like, in about 2 to 3 weeks, the sun won't go down, so...
Right. Yeah, that would be... Oh, God. That is the worst, isn't it?
That's fun.
Yeah, very.
Is it more or less fun than what we're doing right now, which is trying to get information about these murals in the city before heading to the Cyclopean Gateway?
Well, both cause nightmares because I can't sleep, so...
Oh, I see.
Same,
Okay.
same.
I understand. Well, in that case, I'll remind folks where we are. We've moved to the sort of west side of the map. We're trying to collect clues to be able to decipher Nameless Darkness murals from lower cities, and then head to the Cyclopean Gateway. Currently, we've got enemies on us. We've got hunters coming in, but we've managed to defeat a lot of them. I'm going to draw my encounter card, and we're at 8 out of 14 Doom. Trackless Darkness, a classic. That's annoying.
Yep.
Okay, that is annoying, actually, but it is what it is.
Kind of minor, also.
Yeah.
Soldats.
More
More
Yeesh.
soldats.
Okay.
But the good thing is that if I avoid them, they'll kill each other.
Yeah. I mean, that's no bad thing. That's for sure. Well, I don't mind starting off here. I'm planning on getting out of here so that I can let the enemies, kind of again tangle elsewhere while I look for the ability to get clues. That's what I'm looking for.
Yep. Same here.
Cool. I think then having now, had that moment of connection to the earth, Dexter's once again going to summon forth the power, the power that he's channeled through his rosary. The first action, though, is going to be to evade the soldats that are engaged with me. I'm going to use the Mists of Relier. So, again, he's going to conjure up basically a smoke screen, which he's going to use to be able to get away from them. Mists says evade. You get +1 evasion, so I'm evading at 7 to 2. Okay, so I drew a cultist, which is still a pass. If a cultist is revealed, you have to choose and discard a card from your hand, which is, it's annoying, but it's fine. I'll do that. Actually, I kind of want the Wilbur. Yes, no, that's fine. But I still pass, so I can evade the enemy and move to a connecting location, which I will do. Spend an extra action because of Trackless Darkness, and he vanishes to the west, discarding Trackless Darkness.
Excellent.
Not so bad. That cost me an extra action. And last action. I think I'm just going to draw a card. Isn't that exciting? There it is. That's exciting. That's the ticket. Cool. That's me. All me.
Well, Jenny's going to do the run around the soldats and the Nazi hunter, and hopefully they'll start shooting at each other.
As you get the heck out of there. Or get some clues or whatever.
Yeah, I'm just calculating.
Beep, boop, beep, beep, beep. That's what calculating sounds like, right?
The soldats will do 2 damage to the star chamber, and the star chamber will do 2 damage to the soldats. No, it'll kill one of the soldats.
Yeah, each of them will take a damage from shooting at it, and then one of them will die as well. Yeah, if they're both, when they're both ready and at the same location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with trying to evade the. But they're still engaged with me, even if they're both here, right?
Yeah, the way I remember reading it here, I still have it handy. Is when an enemy with the rival keyword is at a location with one of its unengaged adversaries.
Yeah.
The rival is aloof, and vice versa. So once you evade them both, in fact, actually, once you evade one of them, oh no, aloof doesn't mean that they automatically
just disappear from you. So I think you do have to do both. But then you're done.
Yeah.
Forever. Not forever.
So... Yeah.
Shogoth.
Start chamber first.
Oh, no, I'm not at your location.
I'm gonna need the special icon, thank you.
Yes, please. Oh, is that good? Does that?
3 on 2. 4 on 3. 2 on 3. 3 on 3. Yeah, that's
Yes.
good. And we remove 1 curse.
Yeah, you were right. That's good.
That's 1.
All right. Oh. God damn.
Come on.
No.
And then the easier people, the soldiers.
Well, sure. They're not alien creatures that have had thousands of years to develop.
Yeah. 4 on 2.
Less good.
4 on 2. Not again.
Yeah.
4 on 2. Come on. 4 on 2?
Hey.
Okay. Whole turn, but
Well,
fine.
I mean, I hope
Ready?
we're not necessarily just like waiting for things, but I know that you want to get to that 20 plus resources, and you want to get those other cards and stuff, so it's no bad thing.
Yeah, it's... Well, 3 enemies, 5 actions. I would have had only 1 action normally anyway, so...
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's fine.
It's like you failed once,
Yeah.
right? Essentially. In the enemy phase, the Wrangler, the Star Chamber, or the Elder Thing, heads in west to, I guess, maybe to see what the commotion is. The Soldats rival the Wrangler, so they are indeed rivals and adversaries, or whatever they're called.
And they...
Exactly, yeah.
This one dies first.
Yeah, that one first, yeah, exactly. Which is, I believe, yours. Yes, that would make sense.
Yeah, I think they both are mine.
Cool. I guess if you draw a card you don't recognize, right?
Yeah.
I'm just readying everything in preparation for upkeep, but they're all aloof, and that's okay. And then we are, of course, going to go to upkeep as well. Woo.
Thanks for coming late to the party.
Sorry. We go to... Oh, no. We go to 9 out of 14
Fair.
Doom. Yep. And draw some more encounter cards. Again, we're hoping here that Dexter and Jenny have now separated, but there's enough conflict going around that maybe they can sneak under the wire. Oh, it's a roving appendage. Not my favorite kind of situation here. Oh, actually, I think we're okay. Yeah, we're okay. I'm just gonna test 2 to 3. I figured that might happen. I'm gonna automatically fail.
Yep.
So the appendage essentially reaches out and knocks him off his feet, and as he's tumbling down and down, he reaches back. Is this the right play? I think it is. Back into his memory and pulls out a time before that happened, and essentially manages to rewind time briefly. I would take damage, but I don't take damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a long way to go for what's happening there. Ooh! Now this is... Oh, now hang on. This is interesting. Is it a rival or an adversary of somebody?
Yes.
That's what I like to hear.
So... You folks can have fun.
You know, everyone's just gonna go nuts over there.
They're all aloof.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oi, it's back around. What do we think? I'm still looking for tools, but I can hopefully dig and try to find some and get going on it.
Oh, the Wrangler will handle the Shoggoth. That's fine.
I think it's dealing with the soldiers first.
Yeah, but next turn.
Oh yes, eventually. Yeah. No. We're not in bad stead in terms of this big warring business going on here.
Since I'm here and I'm not in trouble yet, I could try to get those clues.
Yep, 100%.
It's a 3-on-2, but I do want to get to 20 resources. It'll help. Even if I do have to spend resources soon, but at the moment, yeah, I'm gonna try it. 3-on-2, yeah, cool. One time. That's
Okay.
one.
That's good. That's great. This is exactly what we need.
3-on-2, give me that 0.
Ooh. Less of a 0, more of a... Ugh.
3-on-2.
If this is the plan, this is the plan. Oof. I mean, sure, right?
3-on-2.
There you go.
Yeah, that's 21 on 2.
Billion. Oh, 21, yeah, sorry.
And that's 2 clues from a lower city location, so...
Ooh. After you remove the last thing, spend the 2 clues and the Nameless Darkness 1.
Lots of text.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the honors? It's a dire.
I will do this, absolutely. It's dire, Scott. No, I'm just kidding. Dire is staring at a mural that holds no special significance in your estimation, scratching his head. Something happened, muses Dyer, during the Cretaceous period where their culture began to degenerate. We see a marked downward slump in the quality of craftsmanship, the masonry, even the apparent mood of their people, and it never recovers. The energetic expansionist colonists who claimed this world and persisted for 1 billion years begin to transform into debased, superstitious vestiges. Our legend says the Stagnants were defeated by outsiders in a great war, replies Atu, but it can be hard to distinguish myths from history. According to the murals, they won those wars, said Dyer. I think it was something else, something internal. Perhaps a natural disaster. But what natural disaster could possibly threaten a civilization that outlasted the movement of continental plates? Flip this card and add it to the victory display. Excellent.
That's 1.
That's what I like to see.
Now, one more action. If I play a card, I won't get to 20.
Unless the card is free. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're like, it's not.
Actually, all of these enemies can deal damage to the Shoggoth first.
Oh, yes, the Shoggoth is a massive, though, so it will attack everybody at this location, just as a thought,
Yeah,
if that doesn't bother you.
Soldiers will die, but the chamber will... Oh no, it rivals Aben Erna, so
Yeah.
it has to attack them.
Yeah.
So soldiers will die, the Star Chamber will take 2 damage, and the Shoggoth will take 2 damage from the soldiers.
Yeah. And you will take however much from the Shoggoth as well.
If I stay here.
If you stay here. That's right.
Which I'm not going to do. Yeah, last action.
Whee!
Out.
Get the heck out of there. Yay.
one battle to another.
Yeah, I mean, it's a war out here. I think Dexter is, again, he's found himself in the starless depths, right? Do not stare too long into this abyss. This is the pit before the gateway, but all of his intuition has led him here. But how is he going to find out more? I'm not going to use Doom. I'm going to play the Arcane Initiate, which comes into play with a Doom or 2 Horror on it. I'll put 2 Horror on it. Why not? Exhaust Arcane Initiate. Search the top 3. I probably should get rid of Self-Destructive too, eh? Oh, perfect. That's exactly what Okay, good.
Well, just don't hit anything.
Yeah, just don't hit anything. Exactly. Just keep running. Just keep running, Dex. I need to play like a fighty type next time, I think, on Doomed, because I've been playing like evaders of late. Oh no, I guess Calvin was a axe-wielding maniac.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. I'm very pleased that I've managed to find the ability to actually do something, the Crosshair.
Hey!
Oh. Sorry, good quote. I remember exactly what that moment is from the Shape-Shifting Detective, and it was weird. Divination, of course, is the ability to divine not just the future, but sort of one's potential path. I'm going to use this. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to investigate. I'm going to use willpower. I'm going to give myself +2, so I'm 8 to 4, and I'm going to try to get 2 clues here. 8 to 4. Delicious. I'm going to return the Arcane Initiate to my hand, draw a card, spend 2 whatevers to get 2 clues. Oh, yes. We're on a roll, Hare. We're on a roll. I'm going to spend them immediately. Whoops. I have to actually throw them away. Ah. And I'm going to draw the Nameless Darkness 2. Here, look, remarks Dyer, studying a frieze which depicts the bygone skyline of the city. This part's been obliterated, scratched out. It's not a coincidence. The exact same part of the city is erased in similar images. In renditions which predate the cultural shift, there's nothing visible behind, but recent murals have this blank space. It is the storm, says Atu. To the west of the city there is a great storm, fixed in place. The stagnant ones feared it. I am not clear why. Windows that face it have been blocked up. Images do not show it. Dyer ponders. When we left after the first visit, Danforth looked back in this same direction and he saw something. He could never describe it clearly. The nameless cylinder in the black pit, he said. The Elder Pharos. A Pharos is a lighthouse. Did he see whatever it is that they're trying to forget? Flip this card and add it to the victory display. So west of the city of the Elder Things, there is some sort of large black cyclone, maybe? The pieces are coming together, Crosshair.
Or a lighthouse.
Could be a lighthouse as well, it's true. And we go to the enemy phase. Oh, what am I doing? I should have used the... Sorry, I should have used the prophetic to pay for it. Okay, yes, let's deal with some damage here, right?
So that dice. This one takes undamage.
Damage. And then, like you set up here, the Nazi hunter kills one of them.
The Shoggoth kills the other one.
Yeah. And who takes damage here?
Takes 2 damage.
And the Shoggoth takes 1?
Both of the soldiers shot at it, so 2.
Oh, wow, okay, great. That's fine.
And the Wrangler engages me because there's
of course.
nobody else.
Look out! Look out, Jenny! I guess that's not so bad anymore.
No, that's fine.
No, it's no big deal. And we move to upkeep where we draw a card and gain a resource, and we do our usual thing. Ooh, that's fun.
Okay, I have 9 cards.
Oh, wow. But 20 resources, might I point out as well?
Yeah, I'm just thinking what to throw away. Yeah. Burglar.
I'll buy burglar. Oh, jeez.
You were no help at all at this moment. 2 locations to go.
Yes, we're getting there. Okie dokie. And we move back around to the mythos phase. You're right, 2 locations to go. We just need the clues from the icebound prisoner sealed in the wall and 1 from the frozen wharf. That's okay, though. It's a little annoying, but it's not the worst.
I think I can get it.
Ooh. We go to 10 out of 14 Doom. Let's not get too cocky. As we, of course, draw some more soldats. A classic. Yeah. Dexter's essentially reached his final form. He waves them off with a, shake of his hand. Let's see what we can do with this.
What else do we have? Star Temper Nazi Hunter.
Ugh.
Okay.
Why is it all enemies all the time here? Absolutely horrific.
And these 2 don't care about each other. I did just...
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
right. I mean, they're on the same team as well, right? So to speak, they're both Elder Things, and...
Yeah.
Okay, it's not looking great in that sense.
It's fine.
Okay, is there anything that you require assistance with, Jenny?
Well, you can get these 2 clues, I think.
That is my hope. My hope is to get these 2 clues. And in doing so, hopefully, assist us. The first thing is that Dexter is going to attempt to, again, use his, smoke screen. He's going to summon up a screen of mist and try to evade these guys. So I'm going to spend a charge from mists and evade at 7 to 2. It works. It works. Oh my god, it's incredible. It also allows me to move, so I will immediately head there. And then I will investigate, because, I see that Jenny is dealing with multiple Elder Things, but I think he's sort of... I just feel like Dexter is really in his own world, right? He's really trying to figure out what's going on. All right. And I'm going to try to get these 2 clues. So I'm investigating at 8 to 3. We'll make it 9. Okay, cool. Cool. So spend 2 resources, or 2 charges off of divination, and we divine the ability to find additional murals. Are you all right with me reading one more, Crosshair, or would you rather?
Oh, go ahead.
You're like, no, I'm good. This is, of course, this one was all Dexter. He really is using this ability to sort of find the path forward. You find a mural which seems to be a tutelary explanation of the technology of the city builders. It appears to depict something resembling a lighthouse, but a lure rather than a warning. Strange entities are trapped and then embedded within devices that empower them. You recall the dangerous fire spirits that powered the train system when encased in crystals. A nearby mural shows a similar process, but in this case the entity is vastly larger, an amorphous thing from which the city builders scrape biological material to engineer all manner of living servants. We know that thing as Ubo Salthla, explains Atu. Our legends say the stagnant ones called it down and trapped it. They plundered its living flesh to fashion all the mortal beings of this world, including your own kind. Flip this card and add it to the victory display. Dexter doesn't believe that for a second. He's a man of, well, maybe not science, but
he's certainly a man of action. And speaking of action, I have an action left. I feel like I should do something with it. Are you at this location? Yes, you're here. Oh, yes. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think what the best thing is to do here.
I don't really need anything.
Do you feel like you'll be playing cards at some point in the future?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So then
Many cards.
Okay. So then I think I am, and hopefully not going to screw us over too bad. Once again, back in this location, Dexter is going to make a promise. A promise that is perhaps slightly cursed, but I'd like to provide you with, I don't know, 3 resources, and I'll take 2.
Sounds good.
Does that, maybe assist in lightening the load a little bit here? And I have to put 2 curses in the bag. Ugh. But we're at the same location, so if we draw a curse for now, I'm gonna, be able to cancel at least 1.
Yeah, and 3 resources helps me keep above 20 anyway, so...
Right, exactly.
Because Delilah might be killing something.
That's no problem. And I'll pass the turn. I think, again, Dexter's very pleased that he's been able to find so much information. We just need to get the last darkness and head to the gateway.
Yeah, frozen wharf.
Excuse me. Yes, I know. Right, we knew we were gonna have to do this.
Yeah,
Annoyingly.
yeah. But it's also funnily apt.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay. 5-on-3, avoid the start chamber wrangler. And I'm going to... I shouldn't. No. 5-on-3. Yep.
Ooh.
Fuck. Well, 5-on-3.
I can. Oh, I was gonna say I can assist you. Perhaps not that one. Maybe this next one. Is that of value or?
Yeah, kind of would help.
I don't have a ton, but I'll throw in an icon for you. It's a single agility icon. Hey, 6 to 3.
6 to 3.
Come on.
Yeah, -2. You'll pass, but hunter keyword will...
Nearest unengaged hunter. I guess is probably one of these guys up here. I don't know which one though.
It's actually fine. They move away from each other, I think so.
Yeah, oh yeah. I don't see why not.
Okay, so the Sogoth comes... Oh. But that means that you'll have to take the damage.
That's okay. I've fully healed myself and I feel really, really happy about having been able to do that.
Okay, so that means this one's avoided.
Okay.
Which means I could also kill it with Delilah, but it'll keep the Sogoth busy.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Shoggoth will kill it regardless, right? So, I wonder what the best bet is there.
Oh yeah, true.
He hits like a truck. This horrible thing.
But I'm gonna take the 2 damage also.
Yeah, that's less good.
Oh wait, when it resolves the hunter keyword, does it do damage to me straight away?
No, that's a great question. The hunter, so that's a great question. The hunter keyword, they just move. They don't attack.
So that's good, at least. Right, I think?
I'd rather take the damage from the Nazi hunter than the Shoggoth.
Yeah, that's fair.
And they're the same evade value, and it'll save you some health. So I guess the last action is to avoid these Shoggoths. Oh, I have 2 actions.
So fingers crossed, right?
So yeah, 5 on 3.
Fingers crossed.
I really want to keep these cards, but
You're going to be drawing and upkeep as well. Just
yeah,
as a thought.
let's do it.
Depends on what it is.
Seven.
Whoa! Well, this is a good evade. Yeah, why not?
7 on 3.
I know, but at least, at least...
Oh, come on.
Oh, no. 30 on...
Oh.
I mean, incredible.
At least the Shoggoth is evaded.
Yes, that is...
Did
yeah,
I?
That's true. That's very true.
I failed 2 attempts on the Wrangler. The third one was a success because of the -2, which moved the Shoggoth. So yeah, I do have 1 more action left. I guess I should just try to avoid the Start Chamber as well.
Probably not a bad thing, and then everything will be aloof. Potentially.
Yeah, let's go for it. So,
Come
5 on 3.
Oh, hey. Sorry, I thought you were still at 4, so I was like, oh. But no, perfect. Excellent.
Cool.
That's Jenny Barnes for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Running around everyone.
Everybody.
Okay.
In the enemy phase, however, the Star Chamber Nazi Hunter... okay, so it's... No, it hunts us, for sure.
No.
Well, sorry, it hunts to us. But, like you... Yeah, I think, like we were going to say here, the Shoggoth does rival it, so it becomes a... whatever the word is. Doesn't matter. It becomes aloof.
Yeah.
But it's not
Everything
exhausted,
here-
so it does damage to its rival.
Which is Aber Erner, which
Oh.
isn't
Yeah.
anyone.
I guess that's true. It's not really... It's an adversary of the Shoggoth? I wonder if that means it should do damage to
Oh
it or
yeah,
not, though. I don't know.
we did play it like that. That
think
the adversaries still do the damage.
I mean, we're gonna... I'm hoping we're all gonna get the heck out of here. Is what I'm hoping.
Yep. And in upkeep, everybody readies up.
Yes, indeed. But a whole bunch of them are, doing their own thing. The Soldats are not, which is less good, but that's okay. And we move on to the mythos phase, where we go to... Oh, well... I think you said you were going to head over there, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Well, we are at 11 out of 14 dooms, so, cross them fingers and toes here as we draw our encounter cards. A classic. It's another Star Chamber Wrangler. This is automatically made aloof. So that's okay. That's okay. That's less good.
For reality.
Can I
5 agility against 5. That's fine.
5 on 5? Yeah, I don't have any of those icons, unfortunately. It is fine, isn't it?
It's really fine.
Incredible. Honestly, unbelievable.
Okay, so we need that clue and get back to the Cyclopean ruins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 moves. I have to do it.
I think I have just enough actions, but it would be over all 3 turns, so it's probably a really bad idea for me to do it. Move, move, move. Get a clue. Move, move. Move, move, move. Yeah, no, it's a really bad idea.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it.
Thanks, Jenny.
I should probably do it first.
I think if that's where you're headed, we can make sure that it kind of lands before I head to the exit and start figuring out how that's going to work out.
Yeah, because I can get back, I think, if I survive the yawning gulf.
Well, this is the question. Yeah, I unfortunately don't think there's much I can do in that regard, at least.
It's the straight shot direction, so it's yeah, I have to go through the yawning gulf,
It's probably the best way to do it, yeah.
which might kill me.
Yeah, but you get 3 tests at 1 each. Like, it's not... I don't know. The agility and the combat tests are really... They're not impossible to fail, but they're like, you know, you're 4 up.
Hello, squirrel.
Squirrel! Are you... Is it in your room?
No, in the chat.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. Crosshair, I thought there was a squirrel at your window. Soul Search, hello! Welcome to Doomed. It's wonderful to have you. I'm obviously joined today by the Crosshair.
Yes, hello.
Hello, squirrel. Oh, hello. Sorry, here's me waving out my window at all the squirrels out there, too. Soul Search, how the hell are you? Welcome to the stream. We're doing pretty well.
It's not the first time, but it doesn't happen often.
That's true.
Ah,
So what do you think?
nothing is doing an attack of opportunity at the moment, right?
Currently, yeah, that's correct.
Cool. Then 3 resources.
Huh?
Jenny will flip a card, like, check this, Dexter.
Okay. Yeet.
And I'm going to remove it from the game.
I see.
Get that action back.
Yeah. And
So,
your next
one of-
action is at +2.
No, any action.
You may take an additional action, right, during which you have... Yes, okay, right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna save it for the clue getting.
Sure, that makes sense. Yeah.
So, action, move. Hello, yawning gulf. Let's
Hello.
jump it.
Yeet. This is the yawning gulf over which Jenny must leap to be able to reach our frozen wharf. Soul Search, that's awesome. How are y'all's doing? It feels like it would be a really fun visit that you're having. Do you have any more
Yes.
of that cheese from Wisconsin, by the way? I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Hello to Lenny
I'm
too.
vegan now, so I wouldn't necessarily have it, but it was really delicious.
Okay, let's leave that location.
Yeah,
So,
go. Get in there, Jenny.
Train 1.
Oh.
That's a -4. So, nope.
Okay.
How about the agility one? That'll pass. Cool.
Okay, cool. Phew. I know we're very nervous about it, but I do think you're looking pretty good these days.
Next action. Move to the frozen wharf.
Woof. Okay.
Then an action with the Ace of Rods with +2, which means I'm a 6 on 3. Seven on 3 was the surefire one.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I have to do this. I don't like this, but I have to do this.
This is the thing about Arkham, though, right? You gotta get rid of some stuff sometimes. Use those icons.
I have to throw easy mark away to get to 7 against 3.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Okay.
Jenny, Jenny. Ooh. Ah.
-2. Yeah. Yeah. And Hunter hunts.
Yeah.
So, which one of these hunters do I want? Oh, the soldiers will hunt.
Oh, great, perfect. And then they are automatically made aloof because there's all sorts of horrible things which they are going to attempt to deal with.
Yeah, the enemy phase is gonna be interesting. But that's the last clue, and you have one of those clues.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
have
Yes. Oh, yes.
So-
Sorry, we have to spend them. I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. Good. We did it.
Flip the Nameless Darkness 4.
The Nameless Darkness 4. In a deep part of an ancient building, you find a series of rooms that resemble nothing so much as the cells of a jail or asylum. The walls of most have been defaced with crude versions of the dot patterns that you now recognize as writing. In one cell, however, the floors, walls, and ceiling have been covered with mural carvings. The quality is high, but they are extremely cramped and often cover each other, making it hard to decipher them. A frequently repeated motif is the same lighthouse-like lure that you saw being used before. In each image here, however, the lighthouse is shown attracting a vast being that towers over the city. Later, you assume, events depict a battle to subdue it, whereupon it is compressed in some way and then imprisoned. The prison resembles a tornado which is both regular in shape and stuck in place. "It's a nameless darkness," exclaims Atu. "A myth even to my people. You would say a folk tale? It is a dancer, the progeny of divine Azathoth himself. Of one of the oldest, older even than sage Yog-Sothoth. How could it be here? Its presence alone would unmake the world. To have trapped it, the sheer blasphemous power of the stagnant ones, the untempered arrogance, it must still be trapped, it cannot be freed." Flip this card and add this to the victory display. Incredible. Crosshair, we've basically done it. Basically. I'm not saying we're there.
Yeah, I have to get back.
Come on back. I think you still have an action left. Oh, right. You want to do the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's searching for Izzy, but... Do I care about another mental trauma? It's gonna be 4 mental trauma.
4.
That's a harsh way to start.
Soul Search.
Yeah.
It's so brilliant. Oh, hello, Lennon. I'm just very happy to see you again. It's brilliant. I love it. That was my impression of your conduct. Terrible.
We have 2 turns after this one.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
And I can take any path there, basically.
Yep. You just, you can't go through there are places you can't go through, but otherwise it's generally pretty good, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think you want to try it? Double action, then you get 3 moves, and then you would need, I think, 3 more moves probably from there.
Yeah. Unless I get swarmed with enemies.
Yes, which is always an issue.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get there basically from anywhere. And we have 2 turns left.
Yes.
Okay. So next turn, clear easy. Move somewhere.
You still have an action left this turn, right? So you could potentially
Yeah.
at least go there. But yes, you would clear, and then you'd have 3 actions to move or whatever. And then hopefully another 5 to get to the end. Ooh. It's going to be down to the wire, potentially.
Yeah. Like... I'm just thinking of the route to get there, but... This web channel is safe.
Potentially you'll
Reading it is
find ways
safe.
of getting it even more actions as you go. Maybe not. I don't think that's... Maybe not, but...
It's possible.
It's possible. It's possible.
Or I just take the one horror from Izzy.
Yeah. We only I mean, we have 2 scenarios left. It would mean starting both of those scenarios on, 6 health and 3 sanity, which is like probably not great. But yeah, there's
6
options.
health and 4 sanity is basically the same.
It's true. It's a good point.
I would just have to dig for my thermos, basically.
Yeah, that would be a good shout, I think.
Or take some other healing.
Yeah, that's possible as well. I don't know how much is in Rogue, but we can have a look together, you and I.
Yeah, and usually the Black Fan gives me 1 extra anyway, so...
Oh, that's true, actually. That's a good point. It gives you a bit of a buffer. And you have lots of allies and soak and whatever, so...
Yep. Let's go see if Izzy at the Sunless Cliffs.
Right.
Back where I started.
In the
Your
enemy...
turn.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Did you take your turn?
I did, yeah. Oh, no, I didn't. What the heck? Sorry, I assumed I would have. I mean, everybody's aloof here. I think I'm just gonna go to the end. Unless I want to try to get... I think maybe I want to try to get some clues as well.
Heresies are
Maybe
one.
I'll get some heresy, yeah.
They're all on this side, basically.
Yeah, what I don't want to do is go through the Skylit Chamber, basically, is what I don't want to do. So I think...
Collapsed Ruin is...
Exactly. I'm going to go down, and we're going to see if we can get some information here from the Collapsed Ruin, see if there's anything else here. I'm going to investigate with Divination, which puts me at 8-3. Now, this is interesting. This is very interesting. Because I would pass if the nearest unengaged hunter enemy immediately resolved its hunter keyword as if it had prey only you. I mean, that's not the worst, right? Like, I'll just take some damage or whatever, then I'll leave it behind.
Yeah, you can... They're all hunters, so...
So I think I'm gonna...
The Wranglers will exhaust the Sokoths.
Yeah. Oh! Hi, Reading Aloud. Welcome to Doomed. You haven't installed antivirus. We are here in your dreams and your computer. I'm joined today by the Crosshair.
Hello.
But I think I'm going to take... I just don't want to take 2 damage if I can help it, but I guess it doesn't really matter right now.
Yeah, one of the Nazi hunters.
Yeah, I'll take this guy. So he resolves his hunter keyword, but at least nothing kind of happens necessarily. I'm going to spend the last 2 charges from Divination to pick up these 2 clues, which I will immediately spend to get a ruins thing. What is it called? The Prolathic Heresy. Looking over a mural which appears to depict the reproductive cycle of the city builders, my god, Dyer confides in you that a complex biological matter has been gnawing at him since his last visit. They're pteridophytes, like ferns, or at least that was Lake's determination. Images like these, showing the release of spores, seem to corroborate his examination. Pteridophytes, you recall, have a remarkable life cycle, alternating each generation between 2 entirely different forms, the sporocyte and the gametophyte stages. Though tied together reproductively, to the casual observer they would appear to be entirely different plants. If the city builders are the sporocytes in this relationship, then what and where is the alternate form? The gametophyte, the prothallis, if you will, could be anything from an immortal plankton to an entirely dissimilar independent being. The more ancient murals from the founding of the city appear to have once depicted them. Oh, sorry, the more... Whatever. But in every reference I can find, they've been comprehensively erased from the visual record. In newer, cruder murals, the creatures are shown extracting gametes from some sort of device or machine. Did they escape the need for their alternate forms through technology? If so, why are the older depictions seemingly hidden? Flip this card and add it to the victory display. It would appear to me that the elder things are maybe hiding something from their path. passed, rather, which is interesting.
Yep.
Very interesting. Do I have an
A
action
lot of
left?
stuff.
I do have an action left. I'm going to use it to evade.
Oh.
Oh?
Oh, right. You need to clear the ruins to see the last location, but yeah.
Yeah, so we don't know what it is, but I don't... Oh, shoot, I didn't mean to do that. This divination is empty, so I'm gonna, whoops, get rid of it to do something.
It might actually be a backup, like, lower city location or
That's
something.
true. That's very possible. Whoops. I'm going to play out Grounded. Which, that's a bit silly, isn't it? No. I'm gonna do it. It's soak, and I like that. And I'm gonna, last action, I'm gonna mists again. I'm gonna try to evade at 7-3. I'm gonna try to get away from this. A Nazi hunter. Interesting. Now this is very interesting. I don't want another person on me, so I'm gonna let this fail.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's made. That's it.
Okay, then
So
the
let's start
cluster.
resolving. I'm going to take my damage and my horror, which has to go on grounded, unfortunately. I mean,
Okay,
Dexter's
so
feeling grounded, you know?
Chocos exhausts. That's clear.
Yes. So everybody else starts piling the damage on, right?
These two wranglers will kill these Sogos.
Yep.
Okay, that's dead. But... Oh, and it's exhausted, so it doesn't do any damage. The...
Ooh, actually, this is...
Chamber.
Now this is looking a bit less delicious.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
The Star Chamber will do 1 damage to one of these guys.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna need some health tokens.
And then
So
each of the soldats does a damage and takes a damage in return from the Nazi hunter. Is that possible, or...?
not necessarily, because they can also hunt the Wrangler.
The Wrangler, sure. Yeah, whatever works. Make sure that they are all left aloof here. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, if they kill this one Wrangler, then next turn they'll do the same thing again. Yeah.
Reading, I think you make a good point. I haven't followed the sort of like journey of that series / whatever. I haven't followed it very well, but I agree with you. If you get people really excited about something and then tease them a little bit and then tease them a little bit more and then just never do anything else, they're gonna get mad at you. All right, and I took my damage and horror already from the Nazi hunter, which is now on Dexter, thinking that he is a Nazi, but he is not. So we're gonna make sure to, help them understand that as we go to upkeep. Cool. And 12 out of 14 Doom, and we draw our encounter gods cards. Oh, Echoing Shrieks. That's fine. I'm just gonna take this test. 6-3. Good. Yep. Easy. Boom. There's some shrieks, but Dexter's not too bothered.
Things. Yeah. Reckless darkness of
Less ideal.
gods. So the lights go out as Jenny is looking for her sister in the Sunless Cliffs for some reason.
Well, presumably she thinks that maybe it's possible Izzy kind of was following her this whole time, right? Something
Yeah.
like that.
That's the cultist who's been running around, so...
Soul Search is trying
Okay.
out your dialect over there, Crosshair. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I've heard it before. People like my accent.
Northern Delights and Forbidden Desire. I mean, look, I don't have much to do. If you
None
need time to
of that
think,
here.
Crosshair, I can go first, but otherwise I'm just gonna... It's all very straightforward for me.
Well, it's if I want to get rid of searching for easy, it's 4 actions. Because moving out of this place with trackless darkness means I need 2 actions to move, 2 actions to use searching for easy. That leaves me with 1 action.
Very good, Roger Twy, by the way. And hello and welcome to Doomed. I'm joined by the Crosshair.
Hello.
You're absolutely correct, Crosshair. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Which would mean that 1, 2, 3, 4. I would need next turn to go perfect to end up there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna clear easy. It's
Okay.
too much. It's too much of a risk to actually.
To the end of this part of the scenario. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Understand what she's saying.
But actually, we have 2 more turns. This turn and the next turn.
Well, yeah, we... have we taken our encounter cards? Yes. So no, right? Because we have 1... Oh, no. Sorry, you're right. Yes, we have 2 more turns. Yes, you're correct.
Okay, so then it's fine. But yeah, you can basically go first because I'm thinking.
Sure. Just going to start then. So, of course, I think Dexter is going to attempt to retreat from the insane monster pileup that's happening here, and I'm just going to go and wait at the Cyclopean Gateway if we can make it. That is. So I'm going to attempt to evade with Mists of Relia, which again puts me at 7 to 3. Yeah, let's do it. 7 to 3. That's good. I have
Still
to
a
choose and
pass.
discard. Yeah, I have to choose and discard a card from my hand. That's okay. And we're going to evade this enemy and move. And then I'm just going to spend 2 more actions moving. Done. And I'm here. Are you here, Crosshair?
Not this turn.
Not yet, eh?
No way this turn, actually. Damn. So yeah, I might as well then clear easy because we are not advancing the.
I leave it entirely to you.
Yep. Okay, fine. But what route will I take? Trapped corridor is fine, basically. But easier is the frozen war.
Mm-hmm.
Frozen war to the runic chamber. Breeding pit, monoliths, skylit chamber. There. Actually,
So there's...
I shouldn't.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I shouldn't end at the frozen war.
Ideally not, yeah. But so yeah, there's 6 move actions basically. Well, sorry, 7 including trackless darkness. I think if that helps inform your decision.
7.
I think so. 1, 2 to leave the Sunless Cliffs, and then 3 to move west, 4 to move west, 5 to move west, and 6, 7 to move to north. Like there's, your 6 locations from the ending, but it's +1 because of trackless darkness, I think.
Oh yeah.
But like again, I think the math on that is fine. It's really tight, but it's not undoable.
Yeah, the other option is to not clear searching Borisi and start next campaign with 4 trauma.
This is the point. Yeah, the agenda here says try to complete Act 1 before the agenda advances. So ideally you'd be here before the agenda advances, but I leave it to you to figure that out.
Steep plan. So
you would only have one shot at searching for Izzy. That's the thing, I think, in terms of actions. You have 10 actions, and 7 of them are moving, right?
Yeah, it's a investigate, and it's gonna use the 3 on the Sunless Cliffs.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah. Double action investigate, and then you have 7 or whatever moves. If it's not gonna happen, then it's not gonna happen, and we'll figure out the healing situation after.
I can make it 6 on 3 actually, but that's gonna take another. I'm just gonna take the L-fold searching for is it. Yeah.
Sorry.
Through the frozen warp it is 2 actions. I Then I do have some time. So 2 more actions.
Okay.
Just sliding through the ice and the runic chamber and
No
into
problem,
the
Jenny.
trading
No
pit.
problem.
Last action. If I can draw something, I might get us another victory point.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Let's draw a card here at the end.
At the end of all things. Yeah, exactly.
No. Oh well.
Well, you still have upkeep, right? In the enemy phase, there are no hunters to hunt, but there's, again, a big war essentially going on.
Kerfuffle.
A kerfuffle, as it were. Potentially the 2 damage from the soldats could go on the Wrangler, and then the Nazi hunter could take out, again, one of the soldats.
Yeah, and
then
they'll
the other.
stick around. Yeah.
Oh, and then the other would get killed by the Wrangler, I guess? Is that... Right?
I think they can both actually hit the same soldats.
Okay.
Oh no. They actually hit the main soldat and the overflow goes into
yes, that is true. Yeah, so that's
So
3
it's-
damage on these German soldiers that are...
kills them both.
Yeah. And then the 2 remaining damage...
On the... Kill one of the
yeah,
hunters.
I think that's probably a good idea, yeah. I'm gonna do that,
Is your card?
I don't know. I'm gonna check what it is, if that's okay, or we can check what it is. I think that is
It's
mine.
yours. Yeah.
Too bad. Ah, jeez, I could have used that earlier. That's fine. And that is that. Upkeep readies all of the enemies that we need to deal with, and it draws us a card and gains us a resource. Hello! You are at the wrong time. What the heck are you doing here? Ah, classic. Oh! Well. This is interesting. Very interesting.
And yeah, fine.
Mythos takes us to 13 out of 14 Doom, and we draw some encounter cards. A roving appendage! This is fine. I just need to deal with this. Don't worry, everybody. I just need to deal with this. Agility 3. I'm 2 on 3. I figured that was going to happen, so I take 1 damage on grounded and 1 on me. That's okay. Something slashes out of nowhere, but at least we're okay. Yeah, sorry?
Remember how last time the whole board reset when we advanced?
Yeah.
searching for easy might go away.
That's actually a really good point. If the location leaves, then all of the attachments on it would be discarded. You're absolutely correct. Yeah.
So my turn to
Yep.
do the fun stuff.
Well,
Echoing streaks. I don't actually have any. Okay, cool. So, 3 on... That's fun. Cool.
okay. That's fine.
That's really fine.
It's like this game increases your paranoia. I mean, that's the thing, reading. Is it? Or are we just getting more paranoid? Whoa. I mean, I leave it to you, Crosshair, what you want to do here.
Oh yeah, I do have to be there when we finish this.
Yeah,
round.
that's the... Yeah.
2, 3. 3 actions to get there. I will prep with something for the inevitable change. Or do I want to try and get the ruins from the monolith?
I mean, if you think you can, that would be pretty sweet, but if we're not sure...
Well, I'm gonna move there anyway.
Yes. Cool.
That's gonna happen. Now I need 2 moves to get to you. Yes. So that's 2 actions.
Soul Search, there's lots happening. As I kind of mentioned in some of my little posts from time to, like the timers that come up, I'm happy to answer rules questions and stuff. Obviously, in brief, the overview of the game is Crosshair and I are playing investigators that are investigating, well, a specific scenario. In this case, we have ventured to Antarctica to try to contain some evil that's coming out of an ancient alien species that lives there. It's set in the 1920s. It's a card game. And we play cooperatively against this sort of mythos. But beyond that, I think it's going to get a lot more complicated in terms of what's actually going on. Sorry to interrupt, Crosshair. Ah, yes, of course. A classic.
Doing the monolith thing, so I take 3 horror or a hunter keyword.
Yeah.
Keyword is...
But if you have more general
Fine.
questions, Soul Search, hit me up. I'm very happy to answer them. This is just, unfortunately, kind of a bad time to get into it, because it's like the end of a stream, middle of a campaign. I really want to talk about it, though, so hit me up if you have questions.
Fine, let's let that hunt there.
Sure, no problem.
So, yeah.
Okay,
2
that's too bad.
horror. 2 horror, yo.
Just the one, I think, right? Because you took a -2, I think.
Oh yeah, I have 4. Yeah. Just 1. So,
That's okay.
yeah. Rio.
Sorry, Leo. He's being drawn in by the obelisk.
Oh, 2 actions, I'll get there. That's fine. If I draw, you know, the card, that will let me get clues. That means that I can get us 1 more victory point. I do
That would
that.
be pretty cool, Hair. Yes.
I have
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I have 2 of them in my deck, and I have 13 cards.
So, I mean, the odds are decent, right? It's what is
Yeah.
it, 1 in 6. I'm playing Dexter Drake the
Yeah.
Magician. Crosshair is playing Jenny Barnes the Dilettante. And on the actual map, I'm this little guy and this little gal over here. No, of course.
I'm
Soul Search is so
fancy.
happy.
I'm fancy.
Huh? Fancy.
Yeah, I have actions enough to try to draw it.
Yeah.
Let's go for it. Nope. No. 2 actions. Get there.
Can play something as well if you want, right? Potentially.
Yeah, I do have cards to play, but you might not like it because we are just about to. And
What's going on with your neighbor reading? What's up with that?
you know what cards I have?
I'm not sure if I actually do. I know that you have, like, you're gonna upkeep is gonna happen, which is a problem potentially.
Yeah, I mean that I have one more action. I could play a card, which means that we would draw.
Oh, you want to do that? I see.
Yeah, but we are getting enough experience as it is.
Pretty good. We did pretty well for ourselves, I think.
Yeah, let's just play the.
Hey,
Action.
there you go. That's nice.
That'll help in any way.
In the enemy phase, I think hunters are going to sort of hunt. We'll add a curse token as Izzy. I mean, the accursed follower has joined us here at the gateway, just always out of reach. Just always unable to be talked to, you know? And then we do our upkeep, which is good. But then before we advance, all 4 copies of the Nameless Darkness are in the victory display, and all remaining investigators are at the Cyclopean Gateway. Act 1B, Into the Sunlight. A huge gateway stands here, and beyond it is the ruined lower floor of a round hall. The spiral ramp winds its way up and around the inside of the wall, spectacular murals lining its path. Dyer immediately recognizes the place and leads the way eagerly towards the surface. Read Interlude 6B, which we will read, and then Crosshair and I are gonna, we're gonna call it after that, because like, unless that's it. But I have a feeling it's gonna be, as you said, Crosshair, a whole other thing.
No, the Act 2A, if you just glance at it, it's another one.
Interlude 6B, that's fine. As you start up the ramp, Dyer begins to talk. I never told you what I hope to achieve in this desolate place. How can we, a group of ephemeral mortals, hope to triumph over such eldritch horrors as these? There's a spell in the Necronomicon, which I believe can wreak devastation on these creatures. Let's survey the area, see what state the city is in, and plan from there. Quick aside, Dyer wants to cast an ancient spell to kill all of the ancient things? What a terrible idea! Oh, jeez Louise. When you climb and Dyer talks, you begin to hear noises from above. Muffled bangs, the sound of falling and breaking stone, and all manner of alien hooting and cacophony. Reaching the surface of the building, you peer out to a shocking sight. The anticipated timeless quiescent city is an incandescent war zone. Surprise, surprise. If the agenda is still at 1A, subtract the total Doom in play from the current Doom threshold for each point remaining, so we may heal 1 damage or 1 horror.
For each remaining... Oh yeah, we have 1.
Yeah, I mean, that somehow does not surprise me in the slightest.
Yeah.
I am going to heal my 1 damage. Thank you very much. I think I'm gonna do at least some of this setup, Crosshair. No, I'm not gonna do the setup. I'm gonna do that part.
There's a lot of... We're gonna have to shuffle the set aside, then put all the other thing. It's the same thing.
It is the same thing. I can't believe this is a 2-part scenario that are each 2-part scenarios. So
yeah,
that's that. We're gonna. I'll get us all set up next week or whenever we next play Crosshair. But feel free to. Oh, you healed. Okay, cool.
I healed.
But that brings us to the midway point.
Again.
So this scenario 6 of this campaign is in 2 parts, but each of the parts took long enough that they've. I mean, like, look at this. Like, I don't want to necessarily stream Doomed like for hours and hours and hours, although it's a good time. But like, jeez, I know reading exactly. So we're gonna call it here for today. But the next time on Doomed, we are gonna get back into this, and Dexter and Jenny are gonna rock it. It's gonna be good.
Yep. Thank you all.
Thank you, Crosshair, as always, for your lore, your luck, and your play.
Survived another one.
That's so sweet, Soul Search. I should mention Soul Search, of course. Crosshair and I are in the midst of a campaign. After this campaign ends, I will probably go back to a solo game or
It's possible there'll be a board game stream at this time as well, which could be kind of fun. But, let us know. Thanks, Reading. That's what I like to hear. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, you can join us on our RPG Clinic. It's episode 2 of our new campaign, Changeling Riverwild. These are very different changelings, so that's a good time. If you like Changeling or if you like role-playing games, we love what we do and we're having a good time. So join us there. I will also be starting a new game on Tuesday on this channel. Although what? I haven't quite decided, so you can get in your votes now. Although I have a good idea. I think that's it for me. Thank you all very much for joining us tonight. Do you, any last words, Hare, or we're good?
Well, just the usual purple buds. Be safe, be well, be nice to your pride people and all that stuff.
Exactly. Those are all very good sentiments. So thank you all very much for joining us. It's wonderful to see you all here. Thank you, and have a wonderful rest of the day. And don't forget to get doomed, I guess. Bye!
Bye!